I shoot at these niggas, no bitchin'. Yeah, they see the cops, they bitchin'.
Hello, hello. Can everybody hear me? What's up, chat? Hey, chat, let us know how the mic's sounding.
Yeah.
Sir, let's see. What's up, man? How y'all feeling, man?
Yeah, can I hear us?
I'm straight. I'm canary. I'm good.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, I
we
can hear
good.
you, Doug.
We good. We live, y'all. Hey, man, it's Friday night. We chilling. Episode 18. We got Taarec. We got my boy Delay Saint here. Yo, Delay Saint, bro. What's going on? What's up?
What's up, y'all?
Yo, I'm going to say right now, first of all, we appreciate you, bro. You've been holding the movie guys down in the chat, supporting the streams, retweeting everything. We appreciate it. Before we get into anything, I want to give you opportunity to let the people know in the chat about your show and your podcast. Go ahead, give them a little intro.
Oh, yeah. We got Delayed Productions, man. You know, we do a little podcast called Delayed Takes, just talking about movies, shows, anything like Marvel and anime. We talk about it, bro. Even trash ass DC, bro. So come through, man.
Fire! I want to say, if y'all don't know, follow this man on Twitter. He be having some great content on there, man, and YouTube. So subscribe to his channel. We're gonna put everything in the chat for y'all. But yeah, man, we finna get the show started. So just want to set it up. What we talking about today? Because I don't think. Well, before I get into that, did any of y'all see any recent movies like in the past week?
Nope, but I'm seeing 2 next week.
2? What you saying next week?
Yeah.
Marvels and the Digimon movie.
Oh shit! Yeah, Mafia Quad say go see
Yeah.
Digimon.
Yeah.
What about you, Saint?
Oh, the last movie I saw was Killer of the Flower Moon, and tomorrow I'm watching Anatomy of a Fall.
Okay, I
I
actually
don't
just
know
saw. I
why
saw
that.
something about that.
Yeah, bro. Like it came out like October 13th, but it wasn't nowhere in Houston, and we just now got the showing. So I don't know what
Okay.
AMC is on, bruh, but I'm gonna catch up.
Oh shit, you from Houston?
Oh, of course, dog. H Town, born
Yes,
and raised.
sir. I got family out there. I was actually just down there. I don't know if you saw. We did a Jiggy Boys trip down in February. We went to Houston. So I was actually just down there.
Yeah, I was trying to link up with you guys, but
Oh
I
man, yeah,
got
we could have
snaked on
made
my
that happen.
job. Yeah.
That's what's up. But yeah, I don't think I haven't seen a movie since. No, you know what I saw? I saw Five Nights at Freddy's, and I don't think I got to talk about the last time we did show.
Oh shit, yeah, I did
Um,
watch that on the Peacock app.
when was that? That was last Friday. No, Saturday, the 28th. I went to see that. Um, shit. Well, since me and you saw, we could talk about that before we get into our topic this week. But I just want to say, and I don't know how you feel, but I saw a lot of the Rotten Tomatoes reviews dropped first, and I guess a lot of journalists and critics didn't like the movie. But then I saw the fan or you know, the fan votes come in on that, and they seem positive. People seem to like the movie. So I went in the movie with no expectations. I'm not a Five Nights at Freddy's fan. Never played any of the games. Never really watched any streams of it. So I didn't know anything. But my little brother, he's 13. He's a kid, so he knows all that stuff. But yeah, man, actually, the movie wasn't bad. It's not the best thing I ever seen, but you could tell they really made the movie for fans, which is a good thing these days. A lot of times when they try to make, movies based on games or any type of IP, they usually they seem to cater to people that aren't fans of the product for some reason. This movie, they actually cater to the fans. The fans, from what I'm hearing, they love it. And as somebody who's not a fan, I thought it wasn't bad. It's pretty cool. And even though they dropped it on Peacock the same Thursday, but the movie is
That
still going
mark's still
crazy at
selling.
exactly. The movie's still going crazy in the theaters. Normally that you would think that would hurt sales, but it's like it don't even really affect it. So, but real quick, what'd you think about that movie?
See, I don't play any of the games, and I still have no interest in playing any of those games. But the movie was good, bro. It was a solid casting, and that boy, what's his name? Was it Matthew
Jo-
Lillard? Is that his
you
name?
talking about the main dude,
Yeah, the
Josh
one with
Hutcherson?
nah, not Josh Hutcherson, but the
Oh, you
dude
talking
that
about
played Shaq.
yeah, Matthew Lillard. Yeah, he's a great actor, bro.
Yeah, he fucking killed it too, bro. And that was the main reason why I wanted to watch it. But I was kind of
Yeah,
skeptical on it because when they be doing movies like this, especially Peacock, they've been Jesus. Some Halloween movies was not it. So I came in there bro, this may or may not be good. So I was like, I'm not gonna buy no tickets. I'll just watch it on the app. But then I had a homie. Oh yeah, I had two podcast members. They said they watched it, or I know one of them went to the theaters and watched it. And he said it's definitely a movie for the fans, and the
yeah,
critics are just tripping.
yeah. It's so crazy. As somebody who's not a fan, I could tell it was made for fans. It was just so much fan service and I don't know how it was for you, but the theater that I was in, I had my little brother. He's 13. When I walked in the theater with him, I saw a whole bunch of kids around his age. They had to be 15, 16, 17. There was a bunch of teenagers in there. And the whole time they were loving the movie. When they would have big reveals or whatever, they were just very vocal and cheering and stuff like that. They clapped at the end of the movie. So I'm like, okay, yeah, they really like this. So, I say for me as somebody who's not a fan, it's a decent movie. I'd probably give it a 7.5. Um, it actually had a moment in there. I won't spoil it, but there's actually a moment in the movie that kind of surprised me as far as the level of violence or gore, if you will. Because I was kind of expecting it to be kind of toned down, but they got some kill scenes in that movie. And there's one scene I was like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting to see that. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, I would definitely recommend check it out on Peacock. Or go see it in theaters while it's still in theaters. We might have a movie night. I think some people will want to watch that in Discord. So we might have a movie night for that, but we'll see. And if we do that, I'll let people know. But yeah, man. Yeah. Aside from that, I haven't seen no movies. I'm trying to think what's coming out this month. I know Napoleon in November. I think Napoleon is.
Yeah,
Napoleon is
Napoleon.
22nd.
So yeah,
Yeah.
definitely we all seeing that. Oh
Thanksgiving's coming out too.
yeah, Thanksgiving, the new slasher film.
And then that movie with Daisy Ridley.
She's in that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you talking about something else?
No, she has a movie.
She's in
The
a
March
movie.
King's daughter.
Yeah, that they that.
What's it called?
Mars King's daughter.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, that's a possible watch for me. I'm kind of gonna see what people say about the movie first of all. Watching myself for not waste, but like put the effort in to watch that shit. I'm already watching like 3 or 4 movies this month, like already, and next month is pretty packed too for December. So
Yeah. Napoleon, Hunger Games. I'm checking that out.
oh yeah, Hunger Games, Wonka.
I think Red
Man,
Pig said he was
Wonka's
checking
this
out.
month too?
Wonka's December. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the other thing that we all seeing next week, the Marvels. We all seeing that, right?
Yeah, I'm seeing it
Yeah.
Friday night.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
So
going
yeah, that
Thursday
leads
night.
into our topic. The topic this week, we're talking about the state of the MCU, just the overall discussion. Like, how do y'all feel about the MCU currently? How do you feel about the future of the MCU? What are some things you would like to see for the future? What's some things you don't want to see? We'll get into all of that. The superhero fatigue conversation, we'll get into that. But since we just brought up the Marvels, I want to jump off with that first. Just want to kind of get your guys' overall thoughts on the new movie that's coming out. We haven't seen anything obviously except for some trailers, but how do y'all feel about the movie going into it?
I'll start this off. Not too great. I'm gonna tell you why. Because in order to understand this movie, you need to watch one movie before this and 2 shows that no one gave a fuck about. Well, no, a show that came out in the middle of the pandemic, and then a show that no one gave a fuck about. And the show no one gave a fuck about is Miss Marvel. No one gives a fuck about that show. And then if you didn't watch WandaVision, you don't know who Monica Rambeau is. And based on I guess that someone from MCU or someone from Marvel said that most people did not watch like WandaVision, did not watch Doctor Strange. So if you didn't watch that, you didn't really watch and know who Monica Rambeau is, and she's starring in this movie. And then you have Miss Marvel, who's also starring in this movie too, the Pakistani girl, and no one watched that show. So if you didn't watch, I think most people watch Captain Marvel the movie or know who she is. The issue is her movie came out in 2019. So her movie came out 4 years ago, and the MCU's been kind of stale.
Yeah.
So going into the movie, it's been like, yo, you haven't kept up with this, or you're not like a diehard fan. A lot of casual people are like, who the fuck are these people? Especially with the two new big screen appearances with Monica and what's her name? Camilla Khan. So if you don't know who these two are, then they're gonna be so confused because you're like, why are they in this movie? So I think Marvel did a bad, like Kevin Feige, I feel like has done a bad job of introducing these new characters, putting them in these shows that most people have not watched. And now we have this movie that's supposed to be like this connecting piece into Phase 5. And I'm like, dog,
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it because I like MCU. But most people, I don't know. I think it's just going to flop. But y'all can go ahead.
Yeah, what you think, Saint?
Honestly, I have no interest in watching that Miss Marvel show. And now that you mentioned WandaVision, bro, damn, that was so long ago. Like, I barely remember what even happened. Like at the end of that show, like that shit pissed me off so much, bro. I'm like, I don't even care about it. But I'm gonna go watch it just because for pod content, to be honest. And I've been on a whole rant for about 2 years now, where I'm like, Kevin Feige need to step down, bro, or get somebody else prepared because he been doing a shit job with this fucking phase, bro. And it's not just him; it's Disney too. But
Yeah.
man, I'm gonna watch it because I mean, I won't spoil, but there is a rumor like a Marvel character. I'll just put it at
Yes,
that. That's gonna be in
sir.
there. So that's the
I'm gonna get
main
into
reason
that
why
too.
I'm going.
I'm gonna get into that too. Real quick, we actually have another Houston native in here, Sam. We got my boy E-Rock. What's going on, E-Rock?
What up? What up? Another Houston native.
Yes,
You
sir.
the only
Delay
one,
Saint
nigga?
from Houston, man. He
Sir.
run the town, man. You ain't heard?
He's from Sugarland.
Hex nah, bro. Hex nah. That's the white man's land.
What up? What up, y'all?
E-Rock, I know you hate the MCU. Is that why you want to come on? You want to spew that hate?
Bro, if you go watch this movie, I need to take you out back right quick. I got something for you.
This is my thing though. We already watched all these movies, and it's kind of like if you watch all of them, then why stop?
He got a point.
That's
We already.
Yeah.
No,
You know what I
so you
mean?
hooked. You hooked.
We
They
25,
got
we
you.
20, we almost 30 movies deep in this shit.
It's like going to
I'm
work,
not-
man. This is another shift, man. Yeah.
It's like we
Clocking in.
want to watch, even if it's good or bad. We dare to watch. So
Man.
it doesn't make any sense. Hey,
Yeah, it
see-
doesn't
I
make
see,
any sense.
it don't. But it's like y'all Call of Duty every year. Like we're gonna go buy that shit, and no matter what the fuck happens, we're gonna play this shit.
No, well, I not
Yeah,
me.
you are.
No,
you
not
are.
me.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
are buying Call. You are buying Call.
You are buying Call of Duty. What are you talking
I don't
about?
buy it
He
every
not
year.
fooling
though.
nobody. He got it
I
pre-ordered
don't
already.
buy every. I don't buy every
But
copy.
that's basically what happened now. It's been Call of Duty-fied. And
Yeah, I
that's
see
what
what you're saying.
that's what we get now. We're like, we're gonna keep doing back every year, but then the quality just drops like this.
You know what's so
And
funny,
it's
Taarec?
consistent, dog.
I tried to like put my foot down and say like I'm not gonna support everything just because it's in the MCU.
You can't.
I started
It's
that
Yeah.
with She-Hulk. Actually, I'm like I'm not watching She-Hulk,
You
and
watch
then I ended up just watching. I'm like, just and not even really just paying attention, but just like cutting it on the TV. I'm looking at my phone, but like I watched the whole shit, and I didn't like it. Like it's not that great to me, but like I still watched it. They got me.
Yeah,
They
it's
got me
because
too, bro.
you
Like,
bought in already, dog.
it's not even that, bro. I was fiending for like Daredevil content, bro. I
Yeah,
just said,
yeah.
fuck
You
it,
know what's crazy?
man.
But
That's
that's how they-
exactly
that's
why I
how they
watched it
get
too.
you.
I was like, I
That's
want to
how
see
they-
what's going on with Daredevil.
That's how they get you, though. They're like,
Yeah.
it's member berry shit. It's like, oh, look at this. Remember him? Come watch it. This is what the thing. They're drawing the Marvel movie. The only reason why people are gonna go watch this now because, and I know they leaked that shit on purpose about a character, so people go and watch this shit because they know. Oh my god, remember this guy? That's the MCU is resting their laurels on member berries. They fucked, dog. It's a wrap. They might as well pack this shit up now because my whole fear for this stage is them bringing back the old cast and like, remember these guys? This was the good old days, and then I'm like, dog, we don't want to see this shit again.
Hey, there's rumors of them doing that. Of them
That's a rumor. They're bringing the people, getting the gang back together, and like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
That's cool. But
I'm gonna ask you
it's only
about
been
that too.
4 years. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I'm gonna just say
Kevin
this real
Feige
quick
is no-
about the Marvels. We've known it's been coming for at least over a year at this point. Ever since they announced it, I wasn't really looking forward to it. No, I'm still really not. Like I don't really care to see the movie, but I'm still going to see it. It's weird, I know, but I guess the thing for me when it comes to this movie is a couple things that jump out. The fact this is the shortest Marvel movie to date. It's only an hour and 45 minutes, bro. That's a TV special. So that right there, I'm like, what are they doing? Then they said the movie had like a $250 million budget. I don't know. I don't know if this movie's gonna be good. Basically, what I'm trying to say. I don't know if this movie's gonna be good. It might be an hour and 45 minutes, just like a time waster. Hopefully we get surprised. Maybe it's decent. The biggest thing for me, and Delay Saint touched on it earlier. There's been some leaked rumors about where this movie's going to lead. That to me is more exciting than the movie itself. We also have there was some news a few months ago or a couple months ago where they said that Brie Larson might be done with Captain Marvel after this, just because of how fans have reacted to her and the toxicity or whatever. There's a rumor that she might be done. I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that. I mean,
that sounds like bullshit to me, dog. I'm gonna tell you why. She hasn't been in anything in fucking years. No one gives a fuck. That dog. You know what this reminds me of? Remember Crackdown came out and they had the Halo beta in that bitch. This is what
Yeah.
this movie is. It's a Crackdown movie, and they're enticing you with the X-Men shit. That's it. But y'all, you go keep going.
I mean, you're right. They got to find a way to get people to go see the movie. Same shit. They've been doing this shit. They know what they doing. But yeah, the Marvels comes out. When does it come out?
The 10th, right?
Technically the 9th, Thursday, but I'm going on the 11th, Saturday. So that's when I'll see it, and we will give y'all our review that week.
Bless y'all. Bless y'all's heart.
Yeah, man, we gonna see it. Now, since we're talking about Marvel, everything is about superheroes right now. And I know there's a conversation we had in Discord earlier, me and E-Rock. I am going to bring it up here in a second, E-Rock, and I want your thoughts.
He cussed me out, y'all. He cussed me out.
No, I didn't.
Bring Jack in here too.
No, I didn't.
Jack
called me the R word, and he cussed me out.
No, I didn't. Jack is at the casino right now at the buffet.
Shit. No.
What I want to talk about real quick, and I don't know if everybody in the chat saw it. I don't know if everybody in here saw it. There was an article that came out in Variety. When did that come out? Like two days ago.
Yeah, like a day or two.
Pretty much the article, for people who don't know, is basically like doom and gloom for MCU. They talked about a whole bunch of things. They talked about Jonathan Majors getting recast and them switching to Doctor Doom. Well, not recast, but like basically them moving on from Kang and moving to Doctor Doom. They talked about them possibly doing an Avengers movie where they bring back the original cast. There was a piece in there about Blade script issues and something about Blade having a script where he was like the fourth lead of the movie. It was a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of negative news about Marvel. Now, the reason I want to bring this up is because it made the rounds on Twitter. I kept seeing it over and over and over. And one thing that happened, a lot of Marvel insiders and even people who actually worked on some of these projects came out and said that it was mostly just made up rumors in the Variety article. So just to give you an example, one of the big things that came out of that Variety article was Blade had a script where he was the fourth lead, and it was going to be, I think they said it was going to have like a female lead or something like that. And that like caught fire. Everybody was mad, like, you know, how you going to make Blade the fourth lead in his own movie, blah, blah, blah. Apparently that was made up. One of the actual writers, former writers on Blade, came out and said that basically there was a script with that idea, but that script never went anywhere. Like, it never moved forward. It never filmed anything. The script didn't even get like approved by Marvel. So yeah, that got debunked. Then they were trying to say that the Marvels is in trouble because the director left. She left the movie to go work on a different movie. The information that was missing on that, though, was that's pretty normal for directors to move on when the movie goes into post-production. At that point, there's not much work for the director to do. So again, that was something like basically the whole article, they're trying to make all this negative news that's not really news. And one of the things that I just seen, the person who wrote the article, her name is Tatiana Siegel. She's also the same person that wrote, and some of y'all might remember this with the whole DC Joss Whedon thing with Justice League. She's the person that wrote the article where she basically said Joss Whedon wasn't a bad guy, and she tried to blame Ray Fisher, the guy who played Cyborg. She wrote that. She's the one who leaked Amber Heard's therapy notes, and that just happened like, I want to say a month ago. That was on Twitter. She also made up that rumor about Jason Momoa dressing up like Johnny Depp to scare Amber Heard. That was also debunked. So it just seems like this person is just known for just making up sensationalist stuff to get clicks for articles. But the reason I bring all this up is I want to get y'all thoughts on some of the stuff that was in that article. Like, did y'all know that a lot of this stuff got debunked, or like, what was your thoughts when you first read all this?
It's funny because I just saw that on my timeline. That what's that dude's name? My Time to Shine.
Yeah, I've been following them for a long time. Yep.
Yeah, he was talking about a lot of the stuff was debunked. But the whole Jonathan Majors thing, that was debunked too a little bit because
Yeah.
they had talked about that back in like March when he got arrested. And the way the headline made it seem like, oh, they're in the works right now trying to get him up out of here for Doctor Doom. And it's like, nah, that don't even make sense, especially when you look at Loki and how
Right.
everything's just been playing out. It's
Yeah.
like
Apparently
doesn't
that
even
was
make
like
sense.
that was like completely made up. They're not switching to Doctor Doom. Like he might still show up, but it's not like they're just doing, oh well, Kang's not a thing anymore. Like no, that was made up.
We even got Fantastic Four and they was talking about Doctor Doom. I'm like, yeah, something's
Right.
a little fishy there. But the Blade one, I kind of think that might be true just because it's been in developmental hell for like
I've
a
been
hot
saying that
minute.
shit for Wonton. I've been saying this shit for ever since they announced that shit. I said that shit's never coming out.
Well,
Ever since they said that shit was PG-13,
not.
and then all they kept changing writers, and I was like, Wonton, from the beginning of that movie, and they announced this nigga, and they brought the same actor they had in the MCU already back to play another character. I mean, this shit's not coming out, dog.
they've done that before, though. To be fair.
Yeah,
And
but it's
last week though, Kevin Feige even said that I don't know, he said it. It was an article that came out, and they talked about that. Like, yeah, we kind of prematurely announced a lot of stuff, knowing it wasn't even like ready
they
at all,
definitely
like not
did.
even like brainstorm.
Bro, they announced Fantastic Four with no director, no script, and no cast. What the like? Who does that? They were just trying to gain hype. Because it was like
Yeah,
post-COVID, they trying to gain hype for their fucking MCU. Post-Endgame, they gotta keep people ingrained and stuff. I don't get it. But
that was Comic-Con too, huh?
yeah, it was Comic-Con.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But let me see where I want to go. I got a few questions for y'all just about this whole topic. Well, since we talked about it real quick, let's touch on Blade, and this will lead into another topic with me and E-Rock. So Blade, like Taarec said, he's been feeling for a while that the movie's just never going to come out. Developmental hell, we know it's been in the works for a long time. They've had troubles finding directors, had troubles, with a solid script. From what I know, the most recent news that I saw, which was like yesterday, they said the only thing that I saw about the script, they said the movie is a period piece. It's going to take place in 1920s. And that's pretty much all I know right now, personally. There might be other stuff out there, but that's the only thing I saw that was like concrete about the movie. They also it has a new release date, apparently. So what's crazy? It was supposed to come out today originally. The thing that confuses me, they had announced, the tweet is still up too. They had announced last July that Blade was coming out this November. How the hell? That part confused me. Like, they expected to film the movie in what, 6 months? I mean, I guess it's possible, but
Well, I'm telling you, because remember last year this time they delayed everything.
Yeah, they did.
And then, but remember, before they delayed everything, they had to change the producer and the writer. So for some reason, they thought they were gonna get this shit done in a year, and then it's been a year and they haven't made any headway in anything. And then we hear this shit about the female lead, which, you know what? All right, dog, they need to stop this shit. Like, why? This is a Blade movie. They're trying to focus on a daughter. It don't make any sense. And it's like, who's making these decisions, dog? Like, no one's like. It's like, bro, I don't know if they just shut their brains off after Endgame. I think they shut their brains off during Endgame because that movie's kind of fucked up to me too. I just don't know what the whatever they had the first 10 years, they just like, you know what? They're taking a shit on it now. I don't get why they abandoned the shit that made the first half of the MCU great. And then the second half has just been like, dog, their planning has been shit. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it's very strange. And my thing is this too, because I know we give Feige a lot of the blame, but like, I feel like it's and Saint kind of touched on this too. It's Disney as a whole, bro. They don't know what the fuck they doing right now. Like, if you look at Disney as a whole, all their entities, everything they got going on, it's a lot of mess, to the point where Bob Iger tried to leave the new guy didn't know what he was doing, so they brought Bob Iger back, and now Bob Iger, the rumor is that he's just sticking around long enough to find a sale. They're talking about selling Disney to Apple or some shit. Like, I don't know. It's just a lot going on with Disney right now. But yeah, Blade. From what I saw, they said the movie has a new release date. It's supposed to come out February. This was crazy though. They said February 2025. That's crazy. I mean, that's crazy.
Isn't that when Secret Wars is supposed to drop? Or Fantastic Four?
Yeah, so they pushed everything. So Fantastic Four is 25 now. Kang Dynasty, I want to say, is the end of 25, and then Secret Wars in 26. But I could be wrong because they just switched everything like not that long ago. But yeah, Blade's coming out February of 25. I just saw that earlier today. What phase are we in, bro? Is this 5?
This is 5, dog.
It's 5. Yeah.
It's crazy how because Phase 4 is such a fucking brain fart, dog. Like,
yeah, it is.
Now we're in 5.
What was the last movie of Phase 4?
I think it was
Black Panther.
It was Black Panther. Black Panther was the switch. Right. Let me go. Actually, I can pull this up.
Because then it was Ant-Man was the first movie, Phase 5.
Yeah, Ant-Man was February, and so Phase 4 ended with Wonton's right.
Bro, this phase been terrible. So they got Ant-Man, Secret Invasion,
and you know what? They call this the Multiverse Saga.
Secret Invasion was terrible.
Yeah, and it's like, dog, what about the multiverse have you really learned? Because to be honest, the only show that's doing the multiverse, I think, right, isn't even about the multiverse. It's fucking Loki, and that's about alternate timelines in the same universe. So it's like, and I'm confused on that shit too, because they're gonna confuse the audience. Because if you're watching Loki, I think most people are thinking, oh, this is the multiverse, and it's fucking not. It's the same universe, but different timelines in the same universe. It's not the multiverse. And you got Doctor Strange, which is about the multiverse, and it's like, dog, where's the multiverse at? This is what the fuck, dog? Like, what are y'all doing? So we are like 10 movies deep in the multiverse saga, and there's no type of multiverse thing other than that one movie with Doctor Strange in it. Everything else has been in the same fucking universe. Where's the multiverse at, dog? It's not there.
That's why I like Doctor Strange 2. Doctor Strange 2 was mid as hell, bro. They talking about multiverse, man. We didn't see no multiverse. We saw
multiverse
one.
Mid.
Facts.
There's no. Let me tell you, this is the movies in Phase 4. Black Widow, no multiverse. I get why that movie came out was delayed. Shang-Chi, where's that nigga at? Nowhere. Eternals, that's a prequel to everything. No multiverse. Spider-Man, No Way Home, kind of multiverse, sort of.
I think that's not part of Phase 5. I don't think that's actually part of
Phase 4. This is 4. Doctor Strange.
I think it's not part of it at all. From what I saw.
No, they listed now. They marked the MCU got it listed
back.
Phase 4. Yeah, they got it on their official Phase 4. Thor: Love and Thunder, the worst movie fucking ever. Phase 4. Nothing to do with the multiverse. Nothing to do with the multiverse. Black Panther. Nothing to do with the multiverse. This is the multiverse saga, though. This is what they officially called the multiverse saga. Let's do it Phase 5. Let's see what movies are out now.
It started with a TV show. Ain't that crazy? The TV show introduced the multiverse.
Yeah.
The WandaVision, right?
Then Ant-Man. It's not really the multiverse because the nigga just shrunk down to the quantum realm. So we're still in the same universe. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, same universe. The Marvels, I'm thinking is the same universe. Nigga, there's no multiverse in the movies at all. All of this is going on in the fucking show.
I can't spoil nothing, but there's a rumor about the Marvels that it has some multiverse stuff in it, but not in a major way. Not in a major way.
That's supposed to be the core of the movie.
Yeah,
I feel like
not
they're
in a
trying
major way.
It's not all the movies now coming out feel like Phase 1 movies, but worse. It's like, remember how like the 2 worst Phase 1 movies is probably the Hulk and like fucking Captain America. I feel like we're getting those movies again, but worse. It's like, dog, what happened to that magic y'all had for 2012 to 2019? Like, what the fuck did y'all do? Like, you're telling me y'all got that creatively bankrupt that y'all can't recapture that magic y'all had? I just don't get what's going on, dog. Loki's the only thing they got going good right now. It's a fucking show, and no one's watching it. The ratings have dropped.
Yeah, and if y'all have seen Loki, we can talk about that in a little bit too.
I'm behind, but I don't even care at this point.
Would you leave off?
I watched it. I left off on prototype.
that's the one I left off on, bro.
Oh,
Good episode, but I just was like, do I want to spend $20 on Hulu and Disney Plus? Because I have like the bundle. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, they
It's
raised the
$25.
price. They
One
raised the
show a
price
month.
too. Ain't that crazy?
$25 now,
Hulu is
dog.
worth it. No, Hulu is worth it. dog.
Hulu got some fire on it, and I'm hearing that new Goosebumps show is good. I haven't watched that yet. I'm hearing the new Goosebumps is good.
Let
But
me
the
talk about
good,
Loki's a really good show, but you know what this should have been? A fucking movie. Because every
you know
week,
what's crazy,
I'm like,
Taarek? They
what?
should have that whole Quantumania shit, like with Kang. They should have did that in the Loki movie.
Dog, didn't we have a podcast
Yeah.
like a year? Like,
Him
I think one of our
fighting
first
Ant-Man.
podcasts-
That if you think about it, it really don't make no sense. If he would have fought Loki or something, that would have been fire.
But my thing, didn't we discuss? I swear to God, we had a podcast and we said Ant-Man and Loki should have been like one fucking thing together. It would make sense. Like the TVA and the fucking quantum universe. Something should have crossed over there. But I feel like the shows are so removed from the movies, which it should be connected. And it's like, I feel like we should be seeing more people other than Loki in Loki. I feel like he's carrying the show. I think Tom Hiddleston is doing a great job. But I feel like, why isn't there more crossover with more people? Like, you're in control of time and shit. Why the fuck are we not seeing different time points in MCU? I just feel like it's a buddy cop show. It's really good, but I feel like there's more potential there. But I don't know. Maybe because the TV and movie teams are just on a different path and they don't want to fuck up what's happening with the movies, so they're trying to keep this more contained. So it just in case if the movie's got to change gears, Loki doesn't kind of like interfere with the canon. So maybe that's why they're not going too crazy with it. But I feel like it's kind of stupid because everything's supposed to be connected. Why aren't you communicating that shit? It's the same thing with the WandaVision and the Doctor Strange movie where they're like, oh, most people didn't watch WandaVision. So we had to make Wanda evil again at the beginning of the movie because most people don't know what happened in WandaVision.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what's the fucking point? Dog? Like, why? Why are y'all doing this? And I hope they're not doing this with Loki, where like when you watch like the movies with Kang, that we're not gonna know what Loki did in the past, where it's just a standalone show, and if you remove it, it doesn't do anything. That's my biggest fear of Loki. It'd be just becoming like a show and it's self-contained and it has nothing to do with upcoming movies.
It
Like,
is kind of
I wanna
crazy
see
how.
Loki. I want to see Loki in the next movies.
Yeah, because it is kind of crazy how if you look at the way Loki season 1 ended, and from what I'm hearing, how this season is about to end, both seasons have had major like consequences for the entire MCU, and like they don't really talk on it at all in the movies that have come out since then. It is kind of strange, but real quick, I just want to point out, Fantastic Four comes out. The dates right now, this shit might get changed, but it says May 2025, Fantastic Four, May 2nd. Kang Dynasty, May 1st, 2026. And then Secret Wars in May 7th, 2027. That's crazy. That's fucking
That's
crazy.
just not coming
I'm
out.
gonna be 30 fucking 5, dog, when that movie comes out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
When they come out next year, Taarek?
Shut up.
Nah, that's crazy. But I want to go back to go ahead.
No, I said it's just insane how like we're gonna be waiting 10 years after Endgame to get like a supposedly good movie.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yep.
Taarek, I'm not gonna lie to you though. I kind of disagree with you on like the crossover stuff. I think that's been the biggest problem with like MCU, bro. Because like, if you really sit there and think about it, I think it was it Homecoming that started this bull. It may have started even before that, where every
Civil War.
MCU movie was doing a crossover, buddy up, team up, or a character that's just like that don't even need to happen. Like Iron Man and Spider-Man, bro. Why are we doing this? Like I can't stand it. The Doctor Strange one. It's Doctor Strange and Wanda on there. It's just like, bro, we
Hold
They
on,
doing
got
shit,
that
bro.
Deadpool and
But this is the thing.
Deadpool and Wolverine, which will work because
To be fair though, ain't that what everybody
happens in
asked
comics
for?
and stuff.
They wanted all these heroes
Yeah.
to cross.
Yeah, my thing is comic books. Modern comic books is about crossing over, but that people like to see. People like to see Batman and Superman in the same movie. People want to see people in the same movie, and I want to too. My thing is, you have to make this shit compelling, and you have to make it like this is my thing with the Doctor Strange and Spider-Man thing. Doctor Strange in the movie for fucking 10 minutes, dog, and then it's like just Spider-Man. So I'm like, dog, he's in the movie, but he does something, but it's like he's not there the whole time. And then with the Iron Man Spider-Man thing, he's there in the background, but he's not there doing anything. So it's just like they're just showing up. Oh, look, I'm in the movie. Check, like a check mark, and that's it. Like they're not.
You
really
saying needs to be more of a purpose
no,
behind it?
yeah, there's
Yeah.
no actual crossover. They're not really crossing over.
Yeah, I feel
like I feel like even though the show was trash, the Defenders did a better crossover than most of the fucking MCU movies, and people didn't like the Defenders show.
That's true. They did, and they actually built it up for them to cross over. It wasn't
They
like it.
built it up, and they actually had people working together. This shit, we're seeing one character on screen at the same time, and then we're flipping back to another character. They're not sharing. They're not using the screen time together well, and that's why I'm like, even the She-Hulk and Daredevil, like they felt good. It was all right, but then it lasts like one episode. It's like, dog, give us more of that shit, and then they're not giving us that. It's like they're like, oh, this character's going to show up in this movie, but for 2 minutes, and then we're never going to see it. It's like they killed off when they killed off the Illuminati. They were in the movie for 10 minutes, and they just died.
Yeah, that Illuminati shit was crazy.
That shit was trash.
It's like, dog, where's the crossover at? Doctor Strange and Wanda shared the screen for like 30 minutes, dog. Even less. It's like, that's not a crossover to me. That's y'all having two movies running side by side in the same film. That's not a crossover. I don't know, dog. I just feel like they were planning shit a lot better. Maybe because when they first started, it was standalone movies, and then we had Avengers movies as the crossover, and then we went back to singular movies. But then we had movies like Thor Ragnarok that had Hulk in it, and it was a crossover, but it was like good. So I don't understand like why, like what's the disconnect? It's like Namor and
I
Black
don't think
Panther.
that movie's good either, bro. I think people were just gassing that up at the time, and when I look back at it, I have no desire to rewatch that movie.
Wait, what movie?
Ever.
The Ragnarok.
I have
Oh,
no
yeah,
desire to rewatch
Yeah.
it. When you look at it, it's like, bro, it was just a.
It's very
It was
self-contained.
just a
I mean, I
buddy
like the
cop.
movie, but it's very self-contained. Like,
It's not that. I feel like it was just oh, we can't give you Planet Hulk because of rights, and we're just not even gonna try to work that out. So here's just like the Walmart version of it, brother. Like, just deal with it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, and then Marvel, they fucked themselves. So I really think Disney put too much pressure on them on doing this TV thing out, because the first shows they announced was what, the Falcon and Winter Soldier, and was it WandaVision?
It was WandaVision, Falcon, Winter Soldier, and Loki,
and Hawkeye.
Yeah. And they made it seem like, oh, we're gonna do a TV show, but it's not really a TV show. It's really just a long length movie.
Right.
And that's
why they made Armored Wars or whatever. They turned Rhodey's movie to a movie, and then they're changing the New World Order. Then it changed to some other shit, Bright New World or some other gay shit. They said it was gonna make it. I don't know the movie. They changed the name. So they realizing that you can't. You know what I thought? They thought people because the pandemic, everyone watched them shows during the pandemic. The problem is the pandemic ended and people stopped watching the streaming shows. So guess what? Now all the shows after the pandemic came out, no one's watching them. So they're like, fuck, we can't make these movies that are connecting pieces anymore. If no one watches them, then release the movie because no one's gonna know what's going on. So it's like they can't depend on. They thought Disney Plus was gonna be like their connecting piece, and guess what? It's not. They realize that subscription service is not. I mean, we love them because we're the ones who buy the shit. But for most people, they don't give a fuck. So they're not gonna watch these shows on a streaming platform. They'll go and watch the movie because they see the trailers and shit. But no one's sitting down there like the average person that goes, "Oh, MCU movie comes out. I'm gonna go watch it and take my kids." They're not sitting there fucking every Thursday night waiting for Loki beating their dick off to watch that shit, dog. They're not doing that shit.
Whoa.
And, what?
I mean, he made a good point. But yeah, it's crazy. But I do want to go back real quick. It's actually a topic that I want y'all input on. Going back to Blade for a second. This topic it's actually been a topic for about a while now, at least in the Discord.
Well, if you keep talking about the Blade, I'm gonna get on your ass about the whole violence and gore.
I'm about to set it up.
Keep trying me.
This is the topic, right? And me and E-Rock been debating this for a minute. A lot of people when Blade got announced, they were worried because Mahershala Ali is not a trained martial artist like your boy Wesley Snipes is.
He wasn't either.
Yeah, exactly. I'm on your side, saying, but you wouldn't believe the people the way they cried. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, people were worried because it's in the MCU that the movie would be PG-13 or toned down as far as the violence and the blood compared to the original Blade movies. Now, me personally, I caught a lot of flack because I said as long as the movie is good, it don't really matter. Like, yes, Blade needs to have some action, needs to have some violence. I'm not against that, but getting that story and those characters right is more important. And there's a lot of people on my ass, like E-Rock, saying no. If it's a Blade movie, if it's a Daredevil show, if it's a Punisher show, they need to have the violence, the blood, and the gore. E-Rock, tell us how do you feel about that? How do you feel, E-Rock?
All right. First of all, are you a fan of the Blade movies?
I am. The first two. I don't know. I haven't seen the third one actually. People say it's ass though.
Well, what did
Don't
you like
watch it.
about them?
Trash,
What did you
dog.
like about them?
I mean, it wasn't the blood.
What did you like about them?
I like Wesley Snipes. I thought he embodied the character very well. I liked his fight scenes. He got some firefight scenes in the movie. He got some
Violence, yeah.
He got some funny one-liners. The story is decent. The story is pretty good. The first one, especially the first movie, is fire. Like, I just like the action of it. The action, the story,
The
all that
high
stuff.
octane action, right? High
All that stuff
octane
combined.
violence.
Yes, I'm not against that. Yes.
Violence. If it had to lose one thing, what would you choose for it to lose? The violence or the superb acting?
Superb. I mean,
I
this is
get
the
what
thing.
y'all trying to say.
This is the thing. And I get what you're trying to say too. If it's a Blade movie, it needs the action. If you take away,
That's all I'm saying.
but this is my thing, E-Rock. Blade, the first one, has pretty good writing. The story is pretty good. The acting is pretty good.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
It's pretty good. If you take that away
Alright.
though and make it like some cheesy B movie type shit, but the action is the same, I don't think it's gonna hit this. I mean, depending who you are. Some people is gonna hit the same. But the way I watch movies personally, I might think that shit is ass. I don't care about good action if the fucking acting is shit, if the story is boring, or just not written well. That's my whole thing. So like when we talked about Daredevil, for example, people was concerned about Daredevil getting a new show on Disney Plus. That conversation got brought up again. Oh, Disney Plus, they're not gonna show the violence. They're not gonna show the blood. Bruh, Daredevil, in my opinion, if you keep the story, which the story in the Netflix shows, the Netflix Daredevil was pretty good, especially that season 3, fire. If you keep that and you just keep the fight scenes, you can still make a pretty good Daredevil show, even if you tone down the blood.
I don't think so.
Nah.
Because what
Bro.
made the first season so good is, bro, the Kingpin was killing everybody.
You
Like he
right,
hired
you
people to
right.
kill everybody, and they showed it on screen.
You right.
With blood.
It added to
Not
it.
That's what
him,
It
he
added
that's
it
what
added
makes
to
it
it.
hit
But
hard.
like even without it, bro, even without it, if the writing,
No,
if
if
the
they
shit,
do all that
No,
off
I
screen,
think-
if they do that
Nah.
off screen,
I think-
it's not gonna hit the same, bro.
I think
It
E-Rock is
will
right.
not hit the same.
I think E-Rock is right because when I remember, I watched Blade. Like I remember, I don't know why my dad took me to watch this movie when I was like 8 years old or 6. I watched this shit, and I remember the only thing I remember when I was younger is that shit was like violent as fuck. Like that's why, and I think that's
yeah,
what
but you a
attracts me
kid. That's the
to the movie.
point. You a kid. You can.
Yeah,
you,
but
your
but
child
nigga, I
brain
don't-
can't
no one-
comprehend
no one-
narrative.
No, because I went back to watch the movie, and all I give a fuck about
still
is nigga
good.
killing
It's
fucking
still good.
vampires, dog. I don't give a fuck about Wesley Snipes acting. He was acting horrible in that movie.
He was
The nigga
decent.
said-
He was good.
The nigga, this is what he did. He looked at the screen and says, I hate niggas ice skating uphill. He looked at us and said that shit, dog.
That's fire. That's fire.
That shit
I'm
was
sorry,
fire, though,
brother.
but it was
That's
that's
fire.
a great acting job, dog. But it was cool. It's a cult classic shit. So it's these cheesy one-liners, niggas. But we love that shit in that type of movie because we know the action's carrying the movie. No one people are watching Blade to see Blade kill fucking like what's the movie Novak, the second Blade movie. That movie was fired. Not because the acting was kind of okay in that movie, but people wanted to watch this dude fight Novak and watch the killing finishing moves and the sword and all the martial arts and shit like that. I get what Juan's trying to say that you got like in this day and age, you might want to make the acting a little better. But I think for a Blade movie, you're looking for the violence and the gore and shit. You're looking for vampires to do what vampires do, dog, and that's ripping niggas up, eating people and doing all that shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to see Moonlight acting in fucking Blade, dog. I don't want to see that dumb shit, dog.
I'm gonna say this. If on Blade and like the Punisher, if you take away the action and try to make this real compelling, deep story, you're trying to make the movie like what it's not. You're trying to make it into something like totally different than what it is.
No, I can feel that. I can feel that. And I guess this is all I'm saying. I'm not against the blood and the gore and all that shit. I love that shit just as much as the next person. My only thing that I'm saying is I need more than that. Like that can't just be the only thing about the movie or the show. Like that's why I like the Daredevil show, because it gave me the best of those things. It had really good story, really good acting and characters, but then it also had the violence and the action on top of it. It was like a perfect marriage. I need both. I can't do one without. Well, I can do. It depends on what it is.
You only need the story.
It depends on what it is. It depends on what it is. If it's Punisher, I agree with y'all. You can't do a Punisher, no matter how good that story is. You can't do a Punisher anything without the action and the violence. That's just part of his character. I agree, but certain things, I think you can get away with it. Me personally, I think you can do Daredevil and tone down the blood. Keep the action, the fight scenes, sure. But the niggas getting their heads bashed in by Kingpin, I think you can do without it as long as the story and the other stuff is still good. That's just me.
You're pretty much just saying you're settling for less because I could still find some enjoyment out of it.
I'm with you.
Letting them go all the way and take it there.
I'm with you. If we can get both, I'm for that. I want that. I'm just saying if they took it away but still kept the quality of everything else the same, I would be okay. That's just me. I'll be okay.
I think there doesn't need to be a compromise. You know why? Because they had the people who was doing this, and they fired all of these people in the Netflix show. So
I want to bring this up too, Taarec, and get you can chime in too. Another thing I have an issue with. It's one thing to take away the blood and gore completely, right? I could understand why people would complain about that. That's understandable. But even when they put in like super violent scenes, but they might do like a camera cut or like a jump cut, people still complain. I'm like, bro, they put it in there. You just want to see it like a snuff film. You want to see a nigga get his brains blown out the side of his head. You want to see it live. That's what you want. Like, come on, man. Like, for example, E-Rock, if they had a Kingpin, and say this is a Daredevil show on Disney Plus, right? Kingpin got a gun in his hand. And instead of them showing you shoot a guy in the head, they show you the shadow. So you see the guy's shadow, you see the shadow of the gun, and then you see the gun go off. That you would still complain about that, right? Because you didn't get to actually see it happen.
Yeah, that's pretty whack.
Man, come on, bro. Even if it's implied, y'all still be complaining. Like, come on.
Yeah, but I think people want to see that shit because look, it's like this. If I open a Punisher comic, I'm expecting to see niggas getting their head shot off and shit. So if I see or Blade, I see cut the fucking half. So if I watch a movie and I see that shit not happening, like what we were just complaining about.
If they put it on screen, bro, it sends a message to the viewer that they're not holding back. If you take that away, it's like, all right, let me see what story you got.
We just watched the movie Flower Moon. Remember all the violence we saw in that movie? Imagine they cut away for every fucking kill dog, and see how that would have took away from the movie. I think.
No, you're right.
So I feel like a lot of these characters, they're not fucking Captain America, dog. They're not knocking people out. They're killing people. So you lean into it. That is selling the character. That's part of the character. It's like with Moon Knight. That's what I was talking about. Like Moon Knight. People, that show would have got to another level if they didn't cut away from the fucking camera every time to show people getting their ass killed. I don't get why they did that shit. Like it's a show.
Wonton complained about that.
Yeah, that's like Wonton, you bitch. No, you complained about it for like months. And I'm like, I like the show, but I do realize there's another level they could have took.
But see, Moon Knight, one of them characters where, like I was saying, you gotta have that. You gotta have that.
But Blade is one of them characters too. They are the same. They're in that team, the Midnight Defenders or whatever, the Midnight Suns.
I think Moon Knight out of Daredevil, Moon Knight and Blade, I think Moon Knight could get away with it the most, and Wonton still complaining about that.
Nah.
Moon Knight can get away with it because
Moon Knight
Moon Knight was violent.
gotta have
Just
the
cut
blood and
away.
the violence. Daredevil, to me, you can get away with.
He's
I feel like you
breaking
get away with
people.
Daredevil, but man,
But
adding
that's
it,
'cause
it
we
just
saw it,
adds
though.
so much more, bro. It just adds so much more. It takes it to
does.
the next
Daredevil
level.
deals with a lot of graphic other characters, like Punisher is beyond graphic, and Blade needs the violence because it's for once a vampire movie. So
Yeah,
right
I can
out
feel
rip,
that.
you got to have blood everywhere.
And
And like,
then the
and I look at it like this: like if you look, if Deadpool would have came out PG-13, I don't think it would have did the impact that it did. Same with like Logan, because you look at the Wolverine, that was they were trying, bro. Like it was not no rated R. That was a PG-13 movie, bare minimum. If that was rated R and they had no restraints, I think people would have like loved it then or gave it a lot better like reviews. But sometimes you
Yep.
need that violence with certain characters. It's not
Yeah.
like Spider-Man where their whole
I feel
core
that.
is like they don't need to kill, or like Batman. Batman doesn't always need to be rated R and this gory like that. You can get away with stuff like that because his character's not a killer or just like that brutal. Like he's brutal, but he's not that brutal like a Daredevil or a Punisher. You know what I mean? Like those are characters where it's like you need that violence to be shown on screen.
Yeah, and it's like this. Remember, Moon Knight, Blade, and Punisher, they're street level heroes who kind of work together a lot. So their MO was usually connected together. Like those three dudes have no problems killing people. And that's why I'm like, dog, you kind of need to portray that in the show. This like Captain America, oh, I'm hitting you with my shield and lightly knocking you out, and I'm not gonna kill you. No, these niggas kill you, dog. And I think people want to see this shit on screen. Like it's the main draw of those characters. Like yeah, Moon Knight, he has a sad backstory, but no one gives a fuck about that shit. Like people want to see like violent shit. Like Punisher, no one dude, the
You
dude
gotta
being
have
the
that
Punisher.
violence with Punisher. I agree
You
with
have,
you.
yeah, but Daredevil shares the same type. They interact a lot. It's like season 2. That's what happens in the comics, dog. They interact a lot and they live in the same world. So Daredevil, to me, by connection with those other characters, gotta keep with the violent. They're street level. Like they deal with like some of the most craziest like underground people in in like Marvel history. So I feel like that's perfectly fine. And if them movies is rated R, fuck it, make it rated R. I know kids can't watch it, but we've seen rated R movies do well in the box office for Deadpool and the Joker. So the audience is there. Like, yes, you might not be able to sell this shit to kids, but you don't have to sell this to kids. Even wasn't the Batman rated R or close to it?
Close to it.
It was
So
close. Close you could
it was
get.
close. Yeah, as close as you can get. But the Joker made $1 billion, and I think Deadpool made close to it. So I'm like, there's no reason why they should not make these at least TVMA or rated R. Like, make your shows for adults. Like there's a time and place for these shows to be made, and they don't need to like think about the kids all the time. Like, okay, fuck the kids.
Just like this new show coming out. What is it called? Echoes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
why are we all so intrigued about it?
Because we saw the blood, dog. That's why.
TVMA.
Yeah, I just think how much movies would have been better for them if they made a rated R. I personally feel they made Doctor Strange rated R, the first one, that would have been the best MCU movie ever if they made that shit rated R. But they cut back on a lot of shit. They had to because it's a PG-13 movie. They can't include certain shit. But Doctor Strange is one of the characters where like people be getting fucked up. He's not necessarily a killer himself, but they have other people doing demonic shit, and I guess because of China, they can't really do too much. Or like so, oh god. But like other movies, they can't like put this shit in because they're scared of that rated R tag. And I feel like it's not 2005 anymore. Rated R is not going to kill your movie. Like if you have a compelling movie, people are going to go watch your fucking movie. Like there's so many rated R movies come out today, and they make like a lot. They make a lot of money. And I don't think like people are going to turn their eyes away because little Tommy can't watch this shit. Like niggas gonna go watch the fucking movie, dog. Like I don't that rated R shit. This is not 20 years ago. People are not like that conscious about. Oh my god, my kid is gonna see this shit. You can't watch worse shit on YouTube. Like this is not that bad, dog.
Yeah, I mean, hearing y'all talk about it, like, listen, I agree, man. It depends on the character.
Hey, say you were wrong. That was right.
It depends. I'm gonna say this. It depends on the character. It depends on the character.
Stop laughing. I agree with you. I agree with you.
But even
It
Iron
definitely
Man in
depends
his
on the
first movie is
character.
pretty violent. They didn't show blood. The nigga.
Let me just
knocked
ask y'all
people
this,
into
though.
a wall.
Let me ask y'all this. Hypothetical. And I don't think this will happen because Echo was TVN made. Deadpool 3 about to be rated R. I think they're starting to soften up on the whole mature shit. But let's just say Blade come out and it's PG-13. The action is there. He killing vampires. The only thing, when he sliced a vampire, there's no blood. They just turn into ash. How y'all feel?
But that's what they did in the first in the regular Blade. They turned that.
No
Yeah,
blood,
I
though.
don't think there
Throughout
was
the whole
blood.
movie, you
I
don't see
don't
no
think
blood
blood.
and
How you gonna
gore.
feel?
Yeah.
Though the blood part is when usually they're feeding. So I'm like,
That's what I'm
dog, if
saying.
he
They don't
has
show.
to-
I'm saying, what if they don't show any
Everything,
type of blood?
everything,
Like,
every time
no
they feed is
gore at
off
all.
screen.
No
or
gore,
something.
no exploding bodies, none of that. How you
that to
Hey,
me,
bro,
that would
that's
be
gonna
dumb.
take away from the movie, dog. Like it is
Yeah.
what it is. It's gonna take away from
The
it.
funny thing is, Marsha Ali was in one of the most violent fucking shows in the MCU with Luke Cage. Look, did y'all see the people
Yeah.
were dying in that show?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Bro,
that's why
if
I
you
don't
take
get
away
like.
that, if you take away that from Blade, then
Luke
the
Cage's
story has to
ass.
be top notch for it to be like up there.
Well,
But
they
the thing
said they
is,
and hopefully we
Blade
in
is
good hands. They got the Logan writer on Blade.
dog. I'm not gonna lie. That story is. I don't give a. Blade does not sell. Blade comics don't sell that great. I'm sorry. The stories are not that great.
He don't
The
even
reason
have
why
a
people care about-
compelling like
the
backstory like
people,
that.
the
Really.
people that care about Blade because Blade goes and kills people. That's the only reason why people care
Yeah.
about fucking Blade, dog. I'm telling you, as a comic book fan who got into comics maybe like 10 years ago and like talking to other people who like comics, they're like the only reason Blade's even around because vampires, and if they need a vampire as a villain, Blade's involved. His story,
Taarec,
yeah. What,
tell me
what?
if I'm wrong. They could make a more compelling, just narrative based Punisher show than Blade. If you start from the
because
origin.
but they did already.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, with the show. I just don't
Nah,
think
the show didn't
Blade.
take it there.
I
Bro,
just
that's
don't,
so dumb,
I
dog.
just don't think Blade needs to have some deep Last of Us 2 type of story. I don't
Nah,
need that
hell
shit
no.
from that nigga. I don't need that shit.
I just want
need
the
this
action to
dude
be
go.
good, man. That's all I want.
But I don't think the Blade movies had a bad story. The Blade 2 with Novak had a really, really good story. But it's just that people don't really take those movies too serious back then because people looked at superhero movies in a kind of a shitty light when those movies came out. But I feel like those movies, you go back and watch Blade 2 and Blade 1, the stories were pretty solid. Were they like the main focus? No. It was more about like what the she was doing to get from point A to point B. But I feel like those stories were like were sufficient to make an enjoyable movie. Like everyone has fond memories of those movies, and no one gives a fuck about the story. That tells you how much people care about the action and like the blood and gore and what else that movie brought. So I feel like going in that direction where they're trying to make this shit philosophical or some shit like that is a horrible fucking idea.
Well, I want to move on to another topic, but before I do, I just want to say something. E-Rock, you were wrong. No,
Fuck you.
no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. E-Rock, you know what, E-Rock, you was right. You was right. You were right. I see what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I just, it just took Taarec to beat me over the head with it for me to understand. But I get it. All right.
Hey, can you talk about that Echo show? Or like, I don't know anything about it. I don't know if y'all do.
Yeah,
who is that
so I can
character?
tell you how they set her up. So basically, that Hawkeye TV show that came out on Disney Plus, and we can get some of y'all thoughts how y'all felt about that show. Me personally, I thought it was just okay. It wasn't bad, it wasn't great. It was just mid.
Hawkeye was
Trash.
ass.
You're trash.
But anyway, Hawkeye actually brought back Kingpin since the Daredevil show, so he comes back into the Hawkeye show. But
real
before
shit.
we see him, we see Echo. She's set up as kind of like a side villain, anti-hero type. And the storyline for Echo is apparently it comes from the comics too. Kingpin is like her adoptive uncle. I don't want to say too much because I think they show her backstory in Hawkeye. It's kind of a spoiler, but essentially, yes, Kingpin is like her adoptive uncle. He helped raise her, and part of the reason why she's kind of involved in some crime in the Hawkeye show. The Echo show picks up sometime after Hawkeye, and it basically just like a continuation of her story. We're learning more about her background, her powers. We're learning more about how her relationship with Kingpin. If you saw the trailer, Kingpin's in the trailer, so I'm assuming he's a big part of the show. Daredevil was in a trailer, so he might be in at least 1 or 2 episodes. In the comics, her power, if I'm correct, she has the ability to like copy anything that she sees, like movements. I don't know, whatever. Like she can copy, shit that she sees. Apparently, in the Disney Plus version, though, they're changing her powers. She has powers based off of her ancestors, her Native American ancestors.
Oh, that woke shit. Okay.
Yeah, so she has some different powers in the show, but but yeah, I mean the trailer looked fire. I don't know if y'all saw it, but the trailer looked pretty good. Like it made the story, which they didn't say much about the story, but it made the story seem somewhat interesting. It looks like there's going to be a nice amount of violence in there for y'all that like that. It's TVMA,
YouTube.
so it's kind of like bringing us back to the Netflix days of Kingpin. Saint Taarec, Saint Taarec, did y'all have any thoughts on Echo?
I actually haven't watched it. I'm actually gonna watch. Is it trailer to drop?
Yeah.
Yeah, it dropped this
Yeah,
morning.
check it out. It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
Pretty lengthy trailer too.
I'll check it out while y'all talk and get
All
my
I
thoughts.
seen was the screenshots of dead bodies and blood. Sam is going crazy.
I'll say this, Kingpin, I didn't know, I had no idea he was in Hawkeye. This is
Yeah, at
first
the
time
very
seen
end.
him
I
on
think
that
he's in the last
trailer.
episode.
Very end. Last 2 episodes.
It was good seeing him. That's what's got me intrigued in the show. Of course,
So
the
the
blood.
did E-Rock come on here and talk about his blood and gut fetish?
We just talked about it.
Yeah, we just
Okay.
proved wrong. Oh, one time
Okay,
wrong.
y'all got this
Yeah,
weird
look
over
at
here.
him.
Y'all got a
Yeah,
weird
I mean-
Mexican that love blood and guts on the episode. I love it.
Hey, back to sleep.
I love it.
I think
Wait, Saint, you seen the trailer? What you think about it?
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
Echo's day one, bro. Like I've been waiting. Like I know people were trashing the whole Hawkeye because listen, I seen what they were trying to do. Set up the new mantle per se for Kate Bishop. They just didn't execute it well, and
Yeah.
they made Kingpin look like a dumbass. I'm just like that. Oh man, they did him so dirty in that episode. But I'm watching that my day one TVMA. I'm fiending for Daredevil content. That boy in there, Charlie Cox.
yeah, we back.
Come on, bro.
They did him kind of dirty in She-Hulk, man. Made him a little hoe, but we back. And
I just watched the trailer. This shit kind of look crazy. Not gonna lie.
bro, it got that Netflix Daredevil vibe to
I
it.
think in the fucking face, dog. I was just expecting that shit.
Yeah, that's what caught me off guard. He shot a dude in the head. I'm like, okay, they showing it.
There's some sort
Oh,
of
and her powers, bro. Like I know it was kind of a stupid ass statement to even say that because her powers is cool,
Mhm.
but I kind
I
of
think
feel
they
like they're
cool,
doing that because it's like Taskmaster just a little bit, and I think they kind of want to not
redo it.
be
Yeah,
the
redo it.
same.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like Kamala Khan stuff. They changed her stuff as well, and it's just like
Yeah,
I
they
see what they're doing. It's gonna make some people mad, but I get it. They don't want it to be one-on-one, like just generic stuff.
Yeah, when I read about her powers, it actually sounded kind of fire. Somebody actually compared it to like Sharingan and Naruto. I'm like, okay, that's kind of heat. But yeah, the Echo show looks cool. It's giving that like Daredevil, that Netflix Daredevil vibe. I'm hoping this means that Daredevil will be TVMA when it come out. And I'm hoping they just chill out on that shit because they've been like Moon Knight could have been like this. Is where I agree with E-Rock. Moon Knight could have been so much better if they would have made it like the Netflix shows. It could have been way
A
better.
lot of shit has been
A lot
Could've been
better.
way better.
You think if Scott Derrickson got his wish and get a rated R Doctor Strange film? I think
Oh
that shit
my
would have
god, it
been.
would have been fucking cinema.
Yeah, I think
It would have
if they
been
had
better than Black
actually-
Phone.
No.
That's funny.
Yeah, I kind of feel cheated because they just won't allow it for a major release with a major character like that. It's just kind of sad. But
And the crazy part is, like, I get Sam Raimi is a classic horror film director. Okay, shout out to Sam Raimi. But you have Scott
here you go.
Derrickson, another horror film director. His horror films is a completely different tone from Sam Raimi's horror films. Sam Raimi horror films are not scary. Scott Derrickson has made scary fucking movies, nigga. He
I
made
don't think that's Sam Raimi's fault though.
no.
Yeah,
That's
I
not-
really
see, I
feel
don't
like
blame Sam
he
Raimi.
has-
I like Sam Raimi. I just don't like him for Doctor Strange too, bro. Put him on something else, man. I don't know.
I don't think it's him. I think really because you can tell Sam Raimi was like right there, like Feige draws a line, like, hey, don't cross this line. And Sam is like right there, foot on the line, just
The demons, yeah.
tiptoeing on
You
it.
saying
because-
they didn't let him go full Sam Raimi?
Hell no. And you could tell that like
Okay, I can
the
see that.
Marvel writers themselves had a different set. Because look how the movie played out, bro. Like, come on, man. That Illuminati, bro. Like that. Come on, brother. Like that was just a lot of Marvel had something written. Like I look at Feige like Akira Toriyama. That man probably has a point A, point B, and point C. He lets like the directors do what they want to do, but they still gonna be like, hey, we still need this and this in there. Like, because most people didn't watch WandaVision. Sam Raimi straight up said he didn't watch WandaVision. So you can tell a lot of this stuff, bro, is just like
he
let's
did say
try to make it and like make it fit with the whole phase, but it's like this shit don't make no sense, and it's just you get a mess like Doctor Strange too, because that movie.
You know what? And the more you say that, you're right. I haven't really been blaming Sam Raimi for Doctor Strange 2. My beef with that movie is with Kevin Feige. Doctor Strange 2 was a huge disappointment for me. But what are you gonna say, Taarec?
No, I'm gonna say no, because Sam Raimi, even if you watch the Spider-Man movies, he had niggas dying and bones splattering after they died when the bombs went off. Like, y'all remember this from Spider-Man 1? So he can get pretty dark with his shit too, or like violent. But I feel like MCU, it's like what they said. They have these set pieces they want to put in the movie that they do the CGI years in advance before the movie comes out.
Yeah.
And they have to like fit everything up around those set pieces. And I feel like Sam Raimi did not really have good creative control because they had to put these CGI set pieces in that Marvel, like, it's like that's how they make the movies. Like, they literally map out the CGI and the set pieces they want, and then they film after that shit. And then they fill in everything else between. So with a movie like this, Scott Derrickson, I feel like that didn't happen with Doctor Strange 1. I think he had a lot more creative control. And then he tried to get the same creative control with Doctor Strange 2, but they wouldn't give it to him. And then he had the black film movie. So he's like, fuck it, I got more control over that movie, so why even stick around with this shit? So, because the original, I don't know if you ever saw the original script, but it was supposed to have Nightmare in there. And that's not like that's not a kid-friendly type of character. Like, like it's like Freddy Krueger on steroids. So, I don't know, like, I don't really blame any of the directors except for Taika Waititi, because he's a piece of shit. But other than that, I don't really blame the MCU directors for not having creative freedom. But the ones that do give creative freedom to, like the Russo brothers and Taika Waititi, I do blame them because I think the Russo brothers fucked up Hulk for sure. I don't care about the universal rights. They didn't have to do that. They fucked up the Guardian. They killed Gamora off for no fucking reason, and then they fucked with James Gunn shit. So I feel like those
still had that mask on, bro. Like he didn't have that shit.
But wait. But who was Thanos gonna kill off if it wasn't Gamora? Who else he was gonna kill?
But they could have just wrote somebody. They could have killed Nebula off. There was so much people.
Yeah, I don't like that shit. I don't like when they do shit like that without consulting. Like James Gunn pretty much brought life to the Guardians. And then they made a big change like that, knowing there was another movie coming. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then
he's the one that even
they said they didn't watch other movies before making the Avengers. So
that's been an issue. That's been an issue. That's been an issue since Endgame. It's Endgame. You have all these multiple directors, all these producers spread out, not giving a fuck about what other people are doing. It's like, I don't know if I know, but I don't think most people. It's like Star Wars Legends back in the day, where you just had people just writing shit and people ignoring what the fuck was going on. And then you try to make a cozy timeline, but then it's like no one's on the same fucking page, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. The bigger MCU they were running a tight ship, like they had shit like running, like feeding into the next movie. Now they have so many releases in 1 year. It's hard to keep up. So I can imagine being a producer or like a small little producer and trying to make this shit match. But then you have these directors who don't give a fuck and they going around making like these changes and shit, not respecting the other creative freedom of other directors. I think it's getting to a point where I don't know. Kevin Feige's supposed to be in charge of making this shit work. So I'm like, dog, do your fucking job. And I don't know, dog. Maybe they don't give a fuck no more. Because they know people don't really pay attention, and only crazy people like me do. But most people won't. So maybe that's why they probably don't give a fuck, because they're like, oh, most people don't care anyway. So why even put the effort into actually making a canon like bulletproof? So I don't know, dog.
If these box offices keep flopping, they're gonna start to care. Hopefully.
I could already bringing the budget down. Like,
yeah,
I don't know if y'all saw what the rumor budget was supposed to be for Blade.
They said under 100 million.
Fire.
Which they actually said, because apparently they brought on one of the writers from Logan, and they said Logan had a similar budget, which they felt like benefited the movie. They had a smaller budget, more like streamlined script, and the movie made a bunch of money. So hopefully Blade do well.
That movie had no crazy characters to do CGI with, though. It's like with Wolverine, you don't need to do crazy CGI with a Wolverine movie. Like, that's like, with Blade, what kind of CGI? Like, it's like then they said it's low budget. What do you need high budget for a Blade movie? Like, there's nothing.
It's not even a high budget. It just kind of ticks me off when I look at it. It's like that's getting like a low budget, but you putting out bullshit like She-Hulk, where it's like you making a nigga with a Hulk. You're making a Hulk nigga with no hairline, bro. Like, what? Who's signing off on this? Bro, they said
She-Hulk was like $225 million. All that damn CGI.
Oh my god, dog! How much is it, Marvel? How much?
They CGI Daredevil. Remember when he was on all the backflips? That was CGI.
Yeah,
that's insane.
But I actually only have 2 more topics for y'all, but I want to jump into this one real quick. There's more MCU talk. This one specifically, I want to ask y'all your thoughts on Secret Wars. Now, let me set this up. The current rumor that I've been seeing for months about Secret Wars is 2 things. One is going to have pretty much anybody who's ever put on a costume in a Marvel movie is on the table to show up in Secret Wars. That's number 1. Number 2, Feige is planning to use Secret Wars to reboot the MCU and set up new Avengers, new heroes, so on and so forth. Now, both of those rumors have been backed up by a few leakers that I follow that have been pretty accurate. So currently, I do believe them to be true. I don't think that everybody who's ever been a superhero is going to be in Secret Wars, but I think we will see a lot of the classic people show up. The classic X-Men, the classic Spider-Man, that type of thing. So, what are y'all thoughts on that, though? Does that sound like just a cash grab, or do you think that that'll actually be an interesting movie? And then how do you feel about it possibly rebooting the MCU?
Aren't they supposed to be establishing new characters now? What the fuck? That's my issue, dog. So they're going to reboot it. They're trying to establish characters right now. Then they're going to reboot it and restart it again.
Well, this is to add on to that, Taarec. The thing that I read, it said it's going to be similar to James Gunn's thing, where a lot of the characters that we know now will be returning, but there's going to be some new characters also coming into the play, and some characters recast. For example, the rumor is we'll get a new Iron Man, we'll get a new Captain America, which will probably be Falcon. We'll get a new Black Panther, like that type of thing. So that's the current rumor.
Nigga, you can't recast Iron Man, dog. It's just not gonna work.
I mean,
it's not gonna work with anybody else.
They have to. It's like with Batman. People, you couldn't recast Batman with like Michael Keaton, and there's been like 8 Batman since, and it's like
there's only been one Iron Man.
Nah, people said
nobody's gonna be.
It is different. Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man, but like
he had a longer run, bro.
And Robert Downey Jr. literally redefined the character. Nobody cared about Iron Man before Robert Downey Jr.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying, but eventually he's gonna have to recast, dog. Like he's been 2008 has been 15 years, dog. Like they have to recast it. Like they have to recast.
The rumor is we get to see him one last time in Secret Wars.
It's gonna happen.
That's like a multiverse version, or however they want to do it.
Yeah, I can see that. And
Hey,
Captain
hey,
America.
They got to
right?
do it right though, because like if they go like the Spider-Man animated series route, it might work. It might actually work because I mean they're saying that Toby's gonna be like the lead of it.
yeah, that's what I was
And
about to say. They say Toby and Hugh
Hugh
Jackman.
Jackman. Yeah, that can work if they go that animated series route. And especially if they really, because for me and a lot of other people, it seemed like with that trash ass Ant-Man movie, they set up Kang to be the Beyonder. If they do that
Yeah, that's
and
another rumor going
somehow
around.
work Doctor Doom in there, it might
Yeah.
work. But I don't know.
See, this is my thing. I think the Beyonder is going to show up, but I think they're going to make one of the characters like not have the Beyonder show up, but one of the characters will assume the role of the Beyonder. And I think that's going to be Doctor Doom because that's what he did in Secret Wars in the original comics in the 80s. But my thing is, I feel like there's no build up to Doctor Doom yet, and if you're going to build I don't see the build up of Secret Wars happen. Okay, the movie comes out 2026, so we got 3 years. But none of the movies in the upcoming slate makes me think, dog, where's the Secret Wars buildup? The only movie that even hints to it is actually Doctor Strange. It's a post-credit scene with Clea when she comes in and says, oh, the incursions are happening. That's the only type of... And that movie came out, what, 2021? So that movie came out 2 years ago, and that's the only movie that's building to this that even hints towards Secret Wars. So I'm like, what movies are coming out in the future other than Deadpool that's really gonna like build up to it? This is my issue with this Avengers thing. I'm like, dog, we knew Thanos was coming from Avengers 1. So it's like, dog, we don't know. So we have Kang, but Loki's trying to explore Kang, but we still don't know what the Kang thing even is supposed to entail. And maybe we'll find out at the end of Loki. We don't
That's
know.
probably gonna be Kang Dynasty. That's probably what they're gonna set up.
Deadpool 3 is like the major catalyst right now to bridge.
We said that last time, but Doctor Strange, dog, and look what we left with, dog.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, but
damn thing with it.
When did Kang Dynasty? When is that slated to come out?
That's supposed to be 2027.
Oh,
no, it's the other way around. Kang is 26. Secret Wars 27.
Yeah. So that's my thing. So this Doctor Doom rumor doesn't make any fucking sense to me because you have to introduce him in the Fantastic Four movie, but they already said he's not going to be there. So Doctor Doom, they can't just pivot because now they have to restructure all these lead-up movies to fit him in. Bullshit. They're not doing that shit because they already made all the CGI set pieces and shit for these movies already. So they're sticking with Kang. I think that's just a PR stunt saying that, oh, we're going to switch to Doctor Doom. No, they're not. They're waiting to see how this shit dies down and they're going to put him back in there. But my thing is, there's no movie I see on the Secret that's building up to the Secret War shit that makes any fucking sense for Kang. Like, I see the Kang thing developing, but he's only been in 2 series, the movie and Loki. And where else is he gonna show up in? Like, what's his follow up after after Ant-Man locks him away? Like, what other movies is showing up in? So we don't know. So
yeah,
it's
actually,
like,
I haven't heard anything either about that.
That's my thing.
I thought he was in Loki.
He is.
That's what he said. Loki and Ant-Man. That's it.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not even that version. It's
like, shouldn't they be planting some seeds and other things? They haven't really.
Yeah, there's no other movie we know he's starring in. Maybe there's no other show. Maybe, and this is what I'm talking about Loki, where they should be crossing over with shit, so people could be like, damn. Like, my thing is, Ant-Man knows who Kang is. Remember at the end of the movie, he's like, fuck, did I really, really beat this dude? And he's like, damn, he might be coming back. Ant-Man should be telling other niggas, yo, this is Kang. Like, where's the preparation? Like, you had a dude that came, like, that's why I don't get, and Janet too. So you know this dude, what he's capable of, and you're just, I shouldn't tell Thor anything. I'm not gonna tell Thor nothing. I'm not gonna tell all these people who have actually the power to do something anything. He should have sit in San Francisco drinking fucking coffee. Like, dog, like, I don't get how that could happen, and then they're not having a fucking meeting about this shit. Like, I don't get it.
Have they said what the order is, like, for that, like, the timeline of when these movies are happening?
Because this is confusing. Loki's happening at Loki. There is no timeline.
Yeah.
Like, it's like they can put
but Moon Knight, isn't that connected as well? Because isn't there like I forget what that Kang is called, like the Egyptian pharaoh?
I mean, there is, but that's the thing. They didn't really mention them, but yeah, there is a version of Kang that's from ancient Egypt. My thing was with that shit. This is where the Iron Man thing comes in because remember we saw the afterlife in Moon Knight. So
Yeah.
there's a chance the people who died, like Wanda is confirmed dead actually in the book. This whatever MCU book. So Wanda and all the Avengers who died might be coming back because Moon Knight died
Wait,
and came
Wanda's
back.
dead.
Yeah, so and there's a MCU. Yeah, we didn't see a body, but in that book,
Yeah, I don't think she died. What the fuck?
Yeah,
they confirmed that in a book.
That's what the book said. It's like a guidebook.
Yeah, I actually saw a tweet about that. They quoted the book, but I will say I don't believe it's concrete. I think she.
Yeah, we don't
coming
see a
back for
body.
sure.
We don't see a body. We don't see a body.
She
She's
coming
not
back.
dead.
Yeah,
think she
she's
coming
not dead. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I don't get the whole thing with Kang is with Thanos, he wasn't in every movie, but you saw Thanos minions doing his work for him, and then you know that oh shit, they're looking for the stones. Like so, Thanos is like pulling the strings in the background. None of these shows, except for Loki or movies, is showing anything regarding Kang pulling any strings, and it's everything's locked behind Disney Plus in that one show. And I'm like, this is not the way you build up your big bad, unless he's really not the big bad and you bring somebody else in. But they're portraying this dude as this phase of Thanos or Saga, and I'm like, dog, we don't see this shit. Like, where's the buildup? There is none. So I don't know. I don't know how y'all feel about that.
I just want to go back and ask: do y'all think, like, how does that whole thing sound to y'all as far as them bringing back all these Marvel heroes for one big team up movie? Does that even sound like something you want to see, or do you think it's just like, how do you feel about it?
I think that's cool if they do it right.
That's how I
sounds like
feel.
the highest grossing movie of all time to me.
I think they're trying to top the Endgame thing, and I don't think it's gonna top the Endgame thing. I think
that's how you do it though. That's how you top the Endgame.
You can't, but
To me.
Endgame had an emotional build up, and you're like, oh shit! Like you saw Spider-Man get dusted in the last movie, now he's back. Like you saw all that shit happen. Like they got their ass kicked in the last movie, and it felt good seeing them come back and win. And I feel like we don't see any like maybe they'll take a crazy L.
I don't know.
Taarec,
Taarec,
did you think Infinity War or Endgame was better?
Infinity War is a way better movie. Endgame was not a good movie.
I also do like Infinity War.
Endgame was a good movie, but it wasn't anything fucking special, except for the last 45 minutes.
I can say they can do it because No Way Home was like the closest thing to happen because that wasn't a 10-year buildup, but it was because it was just like we finally got to see.
It was trash. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, what?
I did not like. I thought that shit was a nostalgia grab. Other than the niggas showing up, I did not.
Hey, that nostalgia be hitting though sometimes. That
was hitting. Hey, dog, I watched fire, dog. What? If Green Goblin was not in that movie was sick, dog. Green Goblin.
Green Goblin definitely cared. He definitely cared.
Green Goblin was
the only reason why that movie was even compelling to watch because of Green Goblin.
A lot of y'all say that it's nostalgia bait, but I don't know, man. That nostalgia be hitting sometimes.
It do, but then when you look back on the movie, you know why they had to make that movie like that? Because they needed to reset Peter's fucking shit because they couldn't be Iron Spider no more. So they had to reset it. That's what I'm trying to say. They're making these movies because they were like, "Fuck, dog, we have to like make Spider-Man a real character now." So let's bring all the Spider-Mans back. Remember this guy? Remember when you were a kid, you watched this guy? Look. It is like, it sells the movie. And I'm like, okay, great. What's next for Peter? Everyone forgot who the fuck this dude is. So it's like, why did this movie happen in the first place? If he forgot everyone, he just reveals his identity to MJ, and then no one remembers him. Like, what the fuck? Like, what was the point of that shit?
Yeah, I didn't like the ending of No Way Home at all.
Listen, I fucks with it. When I see Peter in pain, brother, having full on loss, crying in the rain, that's my Peter, bro.
Hey,
that's heat.
That's Green Goblin's work.
That scene was heat.
William the GOAT is the GOAT for a reason, my brother. He bring the pain, dog. Power bomb through the building. Spine busters. Come on.
Fire.
Come on.
No,
the crazy shit about that movie, bro. Green Goblin in that movie is better than 90% of MCU villains. Like, he killed that shit.
Nigga.
He killed
it.
Top 5, bro.
The little voice he was doing beforehand, trying to turn him, nigga. That shit was so hard. William Dafoe is really that guy, dog.
He too good for Marvel, man. He too good.
Listen, he looked at Dr. Octopus and said, "Shut up, lapdog." Listen, Top 5,
Mm.
bro. It don't matter. It don't
That's what I'm
matter.
saying, bro.
It's not
Secret
worth it.
Wars, bro.
Yeah.
Secret Wars. They talking about Toby and Hugh Jackman. Woo-hoo-hoo. Boy, what? I'm finna be in that theater. I'm gonna be like,
I don't know.
By the
I'm
time
gonna be
it
like
happens, they gonna be
32,
too old for it to
sitting in
matter,
that
dog.
theater with my damn
Well,
popcorn. Yes,
Toby's gonna
sir.
be like 55 years old, dog. I don't know how he's gonna pull that shit off.
That shit
Yeah,
about to be
yeah.
heat,
No,
Toby's
man.
gonna look old, but listen, Hugh Jackman said that back. I don't. Was it Days Future Past? I don't remember which X-Men movie it was. He did. He got interviewed, and he said straight up that he wants to be part of the Avengers. And listen, it's about to happen. So he gonna be there.
Yeah,
I might rent
man,
out a theater
shit.
again for that movie, brother. Like it's
I
gonna
Fire.
happen.
I
They
just
gonna have
hope
to de-age. They gonna have to de-age him.
No,
gotta
let him be.
defat-
He look
the
good.
defat
Let him be.
Toby Maguire, dog. They gotta take like 30
Nobody
pounds.
got to de-age him.
Oh,
They
they
gotta
gotta
get
get in shape because didn't he have to get in shape for Spider-Man? No, Way
I
Home?
think they CGI that shit, dog. I
No,
don't think he
It's
got.
not.
they
It's
did.
not even the. It's not even that. Like he had a really bad like alcohol problem, and he was
Yeah.
alcoholic.
yeah.
So it kind of aged him really really bad. So
While you playing, you can see it in his eyes.
No, because
Oh.
remember they didn't know they were gonna be in the movie until like 6 months before like the shoot. Remember they did the shoot dumb late, so he didn't even have a chance to get into shape. I mean, if these rumors are true, I'm pretty sure they're gonna try it. Like, yo, nigga, you need to go on a diet, bro, and start lifting.
If he gonna be a lead, yeah, they're gonna have to put him on a diet plan.
I don't. But
he's older.
that's where it loses me. So what's going on with Tom Holland? Why is he not the lead?
See,
What's-
yeah, I heard, and this was, I want to say a year or two ago, they said Tom Holland was going to be one of the leads of Avengers.
That's what I heard too. I heard that from a person I trust that leaked all the shit for me too. And he was like, Tom Holland is like.
I mean, I think it'll be a combination of both. I feel like it'll be Toby leading, he's teaching Tom Holland, and then by the end of the movie, Tom Holland is like leading the Avengers, at least the young Avengers or whatever Avengers team they got. He's going to be a main guy of the Avengers. I could see that.
I don't know. I think the whole reset and the whole point of like No Way Home was to keep him grounded. So I don't see him being like Avengers buddy like
Avengers
that. And
level.
then
I see what you saying.
yeah, and then there's like the whole contract thing too, because I think he has what like
Mhm.
2, or it might be 1 left actually with like Marvel, but he's still got to figure out what the Sony situation.
Sony has him signed. The thing is, so Sony can make a movie with him that's nothing to do with the MCU. Yeah. The thing is, Sony has to give him permission. Basically, Sony has to give Disney permission to use him in their movies and shit. And I think that's separate from the contract they have, where like they can make a standalone movie that's in the MCU. So when they do those crossover movies, Sony has to like sign off on that shit. And then that's why like people were like scared, like I think in 2018, that he wasn't gonna be in those Endgame movies because Sony was like, nah, fuck this shit, we're gonna do our own thing. And they ended up figuring that shit out. So my thing is with him is like, I wonder if he says he wants to stop acting. He says he wants to take a break. So I'm wondering that's why
he just want that check.
Well, he's
brother.
taking a
right.
break.
Exactly.
He's actually on a break right now because he hasn't done anything
Yeah, but
since
how
the
long?
Apple TV show. And
think
this
he
is
got
actually
that
recent,
last-
Taarek.
oh,
I
yeah,
could
I
probably
thought-
find the
Oh,
article.
Charles last.
I could
I
probably
thought
find the
Charles
article.
last movie he did.
No, he did an Apple TV show
No, it's
that
Apple.
just came out earlier this year.
He was getting his back blown out in the restroom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoa.
that? Oh, that
Yeah.
was the show? What the hell?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
the Tom Holland one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
like
report
that
I
shit,
just
right?
read said Spider-Man 4 is actually they're planning to film either next year. I think they said 2024. I gotta find it, but I just saw a tweet the other day. They said Spider-Man 4. They getting ready for Spider-Man 4. So
Hey, Wonton, what's your next topic? Because I want to see if it's a real topic.
Well, aside from the Secret Wars shit, I only had one more topic, and it was aside from the MCU, I wanted to get y'all's thoughts on DC, James Gunn's DC plans. How y'all felt about that?
That's what I think about it.
Hey, I'm excited.
Yeah, but I don't care.
I don't.
I
What's
don't
his first movie?
Wait.
Superman come out 2025 July.
Do we even know?
Okay.
Do we know what's
I'm
going
excited.
on?
Too far along the care. Nigga.
So
I'm like,
the thing
damn,
about
25,
James Gunn,
26?
he hasn't given a lot of details. He's keeping a lot of it under wraps. But the main thing that we know, he said, and he just confirmed this like a month or two ago. None of the current Justice League cast members are coming back in those same roles. He's basically what he's saying is like Ben Affleck won't be Batman in his movies. Why am I forgetting the Superman's name?
Isn't Gal Gadot gonna be in it though?
No, see that's the
Nah,
thing.
she's
That was a
not.
huge rumor. Like she was saying it. It was floating around. He flat out confirmed she's not coming back as Wonder Woman in his movies.
Oh, damn.
Jason
What the
Momoa
fucking
is not
chick?
coming back as Aquaman. Now, there's a big
Yeah.
rumor that Jason Momoa is playing Lobo, which is a character that he's been wanting to play for years.
Nah, get him out of here. Get him out of here.
But he's not playing Aquaman. So that's some concrete news that we got from James Gunn himself. The other thing is Superman is the first movie. He's directing it and writing it. Comes out July 25. But he's taking a Kevin Feige type role where he's not going to be writing and directing every movie, but he will be overseeing it, and he might direct every now and then. Like Superman, he's directing. He might have something else that he'll direct, but he's going to be bringing in writers and directors for some of those other movies.
Oh God, I hope he learns from the mistakes that
Yeah.
Kevin Feige made. Don't repeat the same shit.
But the big thing was the whole. I keep saying Avengers, Justice League not coming back as Justice League anymore, and some previous DC characters will carry over and some won't. So like Peacemaker, John Cena is still going to be John Cena Peacemaker in season 2.
So
It's going to be part of DCU.
Well, that's his.
So basically,
Exactly.
everything he had his hands on. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
and I mean
Luke-
that's a big complaint
yeah.
from DC fans, like Zack Snyder fans. They keep saying, "Well, why are you getting rid of Superman, but you're keeping John Cena?" Like people are getting kind of butthurt over it, but
Yeah.
Nah,
mean,
that
He
makes
picking
sense.
and
to me.
choosing. Like
Bro,
just
I don't-
reboot the whole
yeah.
thing, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, that makes sense to me because, bro. he's
Yeah,
not
but
doing
then it doesn't make any sense though because you're picking and choosing. It's like dog, you're confusing the people who can't. Who I don't know.
they also said,
I
and
don't-
this was kind of confusing. They said Blue Beetle and the guy that played Blue Beetle is coming back, but Blue Beetle won't be canon to the DCU, if that makes sense.
What?
Like,
So what the fuck? What the fuck are they doing?
I guess
see,
the
yeah,
whole
that
thing was
don't make
like
sense.
They don't know where
That
they're
don't
going.
make sense.
the whole thing was like if the movie made enough money, then they were going to consider doing a sequel. But since it didn't do that
Man, they knew
well,
it wasn't gonna make
You
money
niggas, they
though.
put this shit out
Yeah.
there
They
to
put it on
die, dog.
HBO like weeks later, bro. Like it's just like
Now-
Warner Bros is being Warner Bros. They man,
James
they be
Gunn
fucking
got-
so much.
hey, we'll see what
I'm
happens.
gonna-
Maybe I don't know, but as of right now, he said Blue Beetle's coming back, and the guy that played Blue Beetle's coming back, but he's
You
not
know
going
what I
to.
blame,
That
dog?
movie,
You know what I
those
blame,
events of
dog?
that movie are not canon right now. to
You
his
know what
shit.
I blame the fucking Rock, dog. You know what? His movie fucking sucked, and then Warner Brothers hit the nuclear button because they're like, dog, you hype this shit up, and you are fucking trash. You're a trash actor. That Black Adam movie was fucking
Damn.
garbage. That
It
shit,
wasn't that bad.
that shit flooded the DC universe
Yeah,
forever.
it wasn't bad.
Fucking
wasn't
trash,
bad.
dog.
That movie,
Oh my
Black
God.
Adam was
But
not
I am
that
sick of
bad.
the little kid and woman in distress bullshit. They gotta stop doing that for plots. Like I don't give a fuck about a kid doing this corny ass shit. Everybody get together, bro. Stop doing that shit. I don't give a fuck about that kid. I just want to see niggas throw hands. Like when they did the whole what's the team called, bro, with Dr. Fate and all them
Justice Society.
Oh,
Justice Society. That's fire. That's fire. But when you start doing all this forcing shit, bro, it's like, come on, man. Just not
And
it.
Dr. Fate
Wait, what-
was fired in with actually Hawkeye.
yeah, he
Hawkman.
was. He
I like
died, the
Hawkman's
little white
Hawkman.
man. Yeah. Who played him? Who was the actor that played him in that
That's
movie?
Pierce Brosnan, James Bond.
Hey man,
Yeah,
I just
okay.
say
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
James
yeah.
Gunn hasn't missed, especially with the DC, and I have faith. I have faith.
I'm gonna say this.
You another James Gunn dick rider?
I mean, what was bad that he made?
So he hasn't missed. I'm not gonna. He hasn't missed, but I don't know how he is good at managing it. There's a difference between you directing your own movie and then making your own little mini universe within your movies versus I'm gonna oversee everything, and I want to see how other people work under him. And we won't know that yet until what? Like when is the next movie coming out?
But
It's
guess
not-
what? You'll be
25.
seeing it.
Well, he's doing
Oh,
20. He's
of course.
he's writing and
Yeah,
directing
you'll
that.
be
bro.
seeing.
Listen, he did good with Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I was sold after that. I wouldn't truly get
Hold on,
this.
Saint.
And then also him doing those Infinity Stones lore within like 15 minutes.
Oh,
I
he
kinda
did do
trust him a
that. I
little
forgot
bit.
about that. Yeah, he the one that helped him with the Infinity Stones lore.
Oh yeah, the Infinity Stone. Yeah, that,
Mm.
that
15
was
minutes
that was
off the
fire.
dome.
That is
He had
fun.
that,
Talking
the
about
Howard the
Suicide
Duck.
Squad, Peacemaker. Come on, Doug.
Let me ask you though, Saint. Did you see Peacemaker?
I recently saw
Great.
that like a few months ago Because I'm not gonna lie, the first episode fell asleep, bro. I was like, this shit is slow as fuck.
Bro,
Hey,
But
Jack
homies
said the
was
same
pressing
thing.
me,
Yeah,
and they were
yeah.
like, watch it.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It is slow.
It's really good, bro. I was like, damn, y'all were right. He
Yeah,
might be
Peacemaker
him,
was
bro.
cool.
James Gunn cooking.
How do you feel about his Suicide Squad?
Fire.
I gotta rewatch it, bro, because I felt like that was like niggas gassed that up because it was
Bro,
pandemic.
hey, hold
Hey,
on.
Montas said the same shit.
Bruh. Hey, I
Hey.
I gotta rewatch
fuck
it. I
with
might
Saint.
be wrong.
He be
but-
bro, Saint, you don't understand, bro. I've
One
been in
time
this.
we seen you watch the movie.
Hold
bro.
on.
We seen
Let
you.
me
You
talk.
didn't
Let me
see him watch
finish.
it.
Let me finish.
Go
Bro,
ahead. Go ahead.
I've been in this Discord for years, Saint. Some of the shit that I've caught flack for, you would not understand. Suicide Squad came out. They was gassing it. People saying it's the greatest superhero movie ever. It's killing the
There's
MCU.
context. There's context.
This is what I said. I said the movie is cool. I like it, but y'all gassing it up. Niggas killed me. Okay, that's one. Doctor Strange 2. Doctor Strange 2. Movie came out. All the MCU fans was eating it up. Oh, Doctor Strange 2 is fire. It's fire. It's fire. I was by myself on the battlefield saying this shit is mid.
You and
I was-
Alex.
I was by myself. Alex was with me. He was. I was saying this shit is ass. People was attacking me on Twitter. They was killing me in the Discords I was in. Now all of a sudden I'm seeing people pop up just this year saying Doctor Strange 2 was mid. Huh? Where was y'all at when it was just me? Where was y'all at?
No, Martha. You said that movie is worse than Love and Thunder. You need not. That movie is not that. The movie was mid. It wasn't mid. The movie was
That, but
was-
I explained why I said that. It was personal for me.
No, dog. There's no way in hell. Love and Thunder is literally
And
one of the movies
not call
I've ever
cap
watched
on
in
the
my
Suicide
life.
Squad shit. You need to go rewatch that.
That movie, no,
Bro,
that-
I
James
like the
Gunn-
movie,
I don't
but y'all was gassing it. I like
Nah,
the movie.
you know why.
They were making it seem
You know
like
the
it's 10
context
out of
behind that
10,
one.
100. It's perfect. It's nothing wrong. Like God made this. Like I'm like,
Yeah,
brother,
bro.
it's okay.
No, it ain't
Like,
all that. It ain't all that. Come on, come on.
It was 8.5 out of 10. It was.
Bro, one of the dudes in our
No.
Discord said he was sitting in the theater and he bust out laughing. I'm like,
Who
what?
did that?
There was no theaters at that time, so you kept, bro.
You could. No, you
No, you
could.
could. Because
I watched it in theaters.
Ain't
But I
nobody.
E-Rock, you know what I'm talking about. It was black. It was black.
I know, bro. He did not be in the theaters.
He
Black.
said he was in the theater, watched the movie, and he bust out laughing. Now I watched the movie. It was some funny
Yeah,
moments.
Some funny moments.
It was some
Yeah.
funny moments,
No,
but it wasn't
y'all gotta
no.
rewatch
It wasn't
Y'all
no.
gotta
It wasn't
rewatch
that. Come on,
Especially one time, you really gotta rewatch it and just watch it by yourself because
bro. I
let it be known that
did.
you wa-
I did.
You watched it in Discord and everybody
E-Rock,
was talking
but
throughout the
see,
movie.
this is where you wrong. I watched it
and you take it
twice.
personal.
No, I watched it twice. I watched it with y'all, and I watched it on my own a second time. It's cool. It's a good movie. But you know what else I said, A-Rock? I said Peacemaker better than Suicide Squad, and I stand on that. Peacemaker is better than the
Okay,
movie.
okay.
Facts.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
That's a fact.
It's a good movie, bro. But it's not all that.
Those are two really good shows, though. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if you like one over the other, but I feel like Suicide Squad, like when I was watching it, low expectations probably made me like that movie a lot more because I was going to it like, yo, this could be not that great. And then
Yeah,
I
Watson
went
had high expectations.
yeah, I think when I
But see,
I
I'm
was like,
because I know
yeah.
James Gunn for Guardians, and that movie not as good as Guardians to me. It's not.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
It's
It's
not.
No, it's not.
I think it's better than
It
Guardians
is
2.
really good though. It's a
It
really
is.
good
It's
movie.
good. It's good.
I
It's
can't
better
even
than
say
Guardians
that.
2. It's better than Guardians
I can't
2.
even say
You
that. I
hate
can't. The way that
Nah,
Guardians
hey.
3,
Hey, give me your Houston card, bro. Stop from me, no more.
man, whatever, bro. With the way Guardians 3 like enriched like the whole like trilogy, bro. Like I'm like, damn, this nigga got a perfect like comic book trilogy. You don't really get that, bro.
It's
just
definitely
like,
a top 3 trilogy in MCU.
Yeah,
It
that's right.
is the best one. There is no other
It's-
every
it's-
trilogy.
yeah.
It is.
No,
Yeah,
every
it
trilogy got a
is.
flop or like Captain America. I don't like Civil War, and I think the first one was born.
What?
You a hater. You a
What?
hater. You a hater.
Bro,
You a hater.
I'm tired of niggas hating on Civil War.
Civil War was
dog.
not a
Civil War
great
is
movie.
fire.
Civil War was not a great movie.
Civil War better than
How is it? What's bad
Civil
about
War better than
War?
Avengers 2. Yep.
On Guardians,
Mm,
people,
talk
people
about it.
shit on
Okay,
the second Guardians
great.
movie, but it's really good. I don't see why people shit on it.
Guardians 2 is
It's
good. It's
the
just not as good
five-
as the first one.
But Guardians 2 is still a really great movie.
It
I
is.
can't-
It's good.
There's no
Yeah, it's
like,
really
look
good.
at Iron Man 2 wasn't that good.
Iron Man 2 was ass.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the only thing that comes close is the Avengers trilogy, and the second one was good, but it wasn't great. But you're comparing a whole fucking team up versus a singular, like, smaller
Bro, that's
team.
top 3.
unknown.
Avengers, Guardians, and Captain America trilogies. That's top 3.
No,
Yep.
Captain America really is
Yeah.
not.
And
Yeah,
I will
Captain
I will
America
put
trilogy
I will
is-
put
is-
Spider-Man
yeah.
4th.
Ew.
Bro,
Trash.
what's a better trilogy than Spider-Man?
What?
Go ahead.
You don't like the new
I
trilogy
take
of
an
Spider-Man?
Iron Man over it. I take Iron Man over it, and I'm taking the Captain America over
You a
it.
hater. You a hater.
Why do you hate?
No,
Why do you
I'm-
hate Spider-Man? Why do you hate the Spider-Man
Because the
trilogy?
Spider-Man movie, look, the first one was mid. I remember some nigga in our Discord said Vulture was the best MCU villain.
Who
Dog,
said that?
Dwayne.
Who said that?
It was Dwayne for
Dwayne
sure.
in
It was Dwayne.
Is Dwayne in the chat? Dog, that made me
Dwayne's,
even,
but bro,
Hey,
Dwayne
fall
got
back on
double
that
pay.
Michael
Dwayne
Keaton
got bad
slander, brother.
pays.
Vulture was
that
fire.
made me even more mad, dog. That movie was just mid. It was just boring to me. I was like, man, fuck this shit.
Nah, no cap. Taarec,
tripping,
think about
bro.
it. Spider-Man got some of the best villains though in this MCU.
When?
Bro,
You do.
Vulture was fire.
Whoa,
Mysterio was
Mysterio
heat.
was
Mysterio was
fire.
heat.
One-
Mysterio was
the
fire.
The
Mysterio
only
was
one,
fire.
the best one
visuals,
was
bro.
from the Sony trilogy. They had to bring back. That was the best one. Congratulations. Fuck that shit, dog. I don't give a- like Guardians is far ahead away from the other movies. I just think the Spider-Man was okay. I'm not saying they're bad. They're okay. I still think the Sam Raimi ones are better to me. These are just okay.
That's not even close. You comparing S tier to like A rank.
You
like,
would be
that's-
surprised. No, you'd be surprised. You ask Wonton and ask all these people, they'll say this is better than the Sam Raimi ones.
No,
I
sir.
wouldn't say
shit-
that. No, I wouldn't say that.
Nah, dog. We have had
No,
conversations
sir.
about this shit before.
No.
and niggas-
No.
niggas
No,
said
this
that-
movie, this
Tobey
movie- this
Maguire got
trilogy
the
does things
best
better.
Spider-Man trilogy.
Well, you-
Now, if you say Andrew Garfield versus Tom Holland, I'm picking Tom Holland personally.
I think Andrew Garfield's a better Spider-Man, but his movie's just trash.
Yeah, his movie's ass.
Yeah,
all
that's the
it is,
thing.
Bad writing.
He is a good
Well, I say
Spider-Man
his
though.
movie, yeah. And then it's like this. I feel like I hate y'all. I know y'all don't like these movies. I feel like the Venom movies are better than the Spider-Man movies.
No,
You're-
nah, I
what?
know you
Yo.
hating. Nah, I know you hating. That's
All right,
crazy.
I enjoyed that first Venom movie.
I'm gonna need you to clock
That one
out,
was not
bro.
that good.
I'm
The
gonna
first
need you
Venom
to
movie
clock out,
was-
bro.
Venom
the
1
first Venom
is
movie was
mid as
fire,
hell,
dog.
and Venom
Nah,
2
that-
is ass. I fell
No,
asleep on
that
that
first
bullshit.
Venom movie was hilarious, dog. I was laughing. That movie
I
was
don't
funny.
give
to
a
me.
fuck if it's hilarious. That movie
No.
is ass. You got a symbiote Hulk, brother. I don't want to see that shit.
Nah. Venom to
Literally
me
a
is
symbiote
not-
Hulk.
Nigga, we just played Venom. Well, I'm not gonna
You
spoil
like
it.
Venom 2, Taarek? Be real.
No, the movie was not as good as the first one.
That shit
I thought it was,
sucked.
nah, the tornado shit was dumb. That shit was stupid as fuck with the Carnage tornado. But everything else was fine. It
I
was,
fell asleep
nigga,
on that
it's
bullshit. I can't even tell you what happened
It's
in the middle of the
Carnage,
movie.
nigga. It's Carnage
Listen,
and Venom.
Carnage
What-
is perfect, perfect casting. But like,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about Calypso from Pirates of the Caribbean being on that
Oh.
bug. I was just like, oh,
I
that's
mean,
cool.
Yeah,
But that
it's-
movie's not it. I went there for the end credits, brother, and that shit wasn't even it. either.
Okay, look.
Yeah.
This is my thing. This is my thing with the movies. Venom and Carnage they're not. No one gives in the comics. They're stronger now, but then they're C-list, not as
You saying Venom C-list? Hey,
they're not. No, this is my no.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, in the comics, no. In the comics, he the only reason Venom is so popular is because of the show. In the comics, up to recently, he's not that popular in the comics. That's why they kept changing fucking the people who he possesses. Remember, Eddie Brock was the first one, but he's been possessed like has been like bonded with 8 other fucking people because Venom has comics that always done pretty bad. He's only popular in the show and the video games of late. So in the comics, he hasn't been that good up to recently with the King and Black shit. But for the movie, I'm like, dog, it's an enjoyable Venom movie. For Venom, a Venom as a leading star, it's an enjoyable fucking movie for me. For someone who watched Venom as a kid, I was like, this is pretty funny to me. And Carnage is a gag character to me. The dude's like just a fucking murderer. And I'm like, all right, cool. I enjoy it for what it was. Is it something special? No. But I think those movies are more enjoyable to watch than the Tom Holland movies. He's playing
Brother,
Iron-
how do you have a Venom movie without fucking Spider-Man? I just no.
easy. They just
No.
they did it.
No.
Okay, and then we had Iron. We
No.
had Iron Lad for 3 movies, and they
they
reset
made
him.
him the lethal
Great.
protector. He is
Wait,
No,
Venom is
but
superior
I'm
now.
with you. I'm with you. on
Taarek.
it. Like, I can enjoy the movies, but
So-
listen, that's
Dog,
just an
it
origin
was
story.
Iron.
Wait.
It was Iron Boy for
Iron
3
Lad.
movies, man.
Was
It
it-
not
but
Spider-
was
that's
it,
not Spider-Man, dog? It's Iron Lad.
Wasn't Andrew Garfield Spider-Man teased in Venom?
Yes.
Or
Yeah. Well, no. So this is the thing with Venom. Venom, they're gonna. What I think what they're going to try to do is, but remember he left the symbiote in the MCU. So when he got
Yeah.
teleported there, they left the symbiote. But you got to remember,
that's fire. That's
the
fire.
symbiotes cross multiverses, so they share. No matter what happens, they. This is where I feel like he's gonna end up coming back in the MCU eventually because they're a hive mind, not in their own universe across the multiverse. And my thing is, I feel like if this is the main villain of the MCU, if they bring Nolan, which I don't think most people know who that is, but they kind of alluded to it with in the Thor movie, but they kind of didn't go into depth because the Thor movie was fucking trash. If that's their main plan, is bringing Nolan, that's gonna be fucking fire. Because they kind of
use that with Eternals or something like that. I didn't watch that movie.
Well, that's the thing. They kind of fucking did. So yeah. I'm trying to piece it together in my head. But that's why I feel like the Venom movies to me, because I'm like, dog, that can be insane that they bring Nolan. That'll be a crazy villain to bring up, but that's a long shot for me. I don't know if that's really gonna fucking happen.
Hey man. Well, that's actually all I had for topics, man.
I need them sis. Come on.
I got one semi-topic.
Go ahead.
Oh, Lord.
Can we talk about how Amazon is keeping this superhero shit alive?
Shut up.
Blood and violence.
Shut
Sound
up.
like
what is up with you with blood and guts, nigga? What is up with you?
That's what I
This nigga
said.
got a fetish. He's weird.
baby.
E-Rock is weird, dog. He's weird.
Hey, so y'all don't like those shows? Okay, carry on.
No, but
it's
this
fire.
That
like I said
before.
I'm not
Red
against
Pick's a hypebeast hater.
I'm not against blood and
I'm
gore.
a hater.
But there's a lot of people in this
Bro.
community, and E-Rock, you're not the only one. There's a lot of people in this community. It's like they need to see it for them to enjoy something. Like
Right.
you, one of them. BG is one of them.
Don't put me and BG in the same.
So E-Rock, I got a question.
Hard
Would
Eight is one of
Invincible
them.
still be?
They're calling you
Invincible.
Unga Bunga,
Like if it's not there, you upset, you mad. It's like, bro, it's still good.
There's just some
you
some I
Unga Bunga?
prefer.
So E-Rock, would Invincible still be good without the blood and guts?
No.
Oh,
Well, it'll be alright. It'll be alright.
God.
That's what makes a show.
Oh God.
If that's the
All right,
case,
let me ask you this.
then none of them
End of
Justice League
discussion.
and Batman cartoons we grew up are good. They didn't have no blood and guts.
It would be okay.
Well, them shows
But
were pretty
but
violent for cartoon shows.
Invincible is
Yeah,
better
Invincible
than
can still
the
be
Justice
violent
League.
if you just take out the blood and
No,
guts.
it's Invincible is better than Justice League.
I'm not
shows
saying I
and
want them
Batman.
to. Though. I like Invincible.
Whoa, chill out, dog. Chill out.
Yes, it is. It is. It is.
No, it's
Wait, what did
not,
you say?
dog. You said Invincible better than the Justice League, and Justice you're a fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
the cartoon. Yeah,
First of
Hell
all,
no.
you're fucking
it
crazy.
is. It is.
No, nigga, no, it's not.
It
That's some of
is.
the best TV
Hell no.
ever made,
Bro,
dog.
no.
Dog.
Red
We're
Pick one
leaving
time. What y'all watching? The Justice League cartoons or Invincible?
Justice League.
Well, you gotta understand it's
I gotta-
nostalgia.
You gotta see. The thing is,
No, it's nostalgia. I'm be real with you. Them Justice League shows. First of all,
I gotta pick Invincible.
First of all,
No,
Invincible. We only got one
Currently, I
season.
gotta pick Invincible.
We only got one season. of Invincible.
Look, the best shit DC's ever shot out their ass is that Timverse shit. That
all right.
It's
Let me
true.
ask y'all this: The Boys or any MCU show? What are y'all picking?
That's
Any
I'm picking
MCU show.
I'm picking the boys.
Wait, Red Pig, you picking MCU?
Yeah, I'm picking MCU.
Yeah, Red Pick hasn't seen any, but he's picking
Alright,
the
dog.
MCU. Okay.
I have,
Yeah,
bro. Bro, the
picking
boys is just
bro.
over the
Yeah.
top. Like it's just
So
Am I picking the
think it's-
boys over Loki? Yes.
That's
I'm picking the boys.
Yeah.
You got one with that one. I'm picking the boys.
Yeah,
I'm
but
picking
I'm not.
Hero Gasm, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
pick-
not-
the Hero Gasm was overrated and kind of mid to me.
Well, that's because the original boys comic was trash.
Red Pick,
Oh, yeah.
Roy in the chat says Amazon clears MCU and DC.
Yeah, but DC had, first of all, DC animated
Get 'em, Roy.
movies have been really good. If you've watched the recent ones that they started 2010 to now, they've been really, really good. It's just that they're not on fucking Amazon. And I feel Invincible is a really good, it's a really great show, but I feel like it's sold on the gore and that shit is graphic as fuck. And that shit draws people to the thing. The story is nothing special. The shit with it, the comic has been out for a fucking minute
The
now.
story is pretty compelling.
Yeah, but it's evil Superman type of shit. So they've done that shit before. We have Brightburn. We have so many evil Superman shows. But we have a lot.
But they don't go to that extent where they kill like they're
No,
trying to kill the whole
everybody.
planet.
Yeah, I think it's just the dynamic and how they interact with each other.
Evil Superman draws viewers. I don't know why it does, but evil or superheroes with shows with,
Because
like
it's
they're
different.
like
Well, yeah, it's
not anymore.
Not anymore, it's not.
Everyone's doing it
Superman-
now. It's not that. It's not
Bro,
so.
Superman's one of the most boring, generic superheroes ever
So they have to
created.
make.
When you think about it, The Boys and Invincible both have evil Superman in it.
Yeah.
It's evil. Superman character. I mean, that's been a thing
They're
last.
so different that it's not even like.
Bro,
comparable,
Superman
bro.
is boring as hell. You need like
They
you
do
need to
have
make him
differences,
evil
though.
to make him interesting, which is crazy.
Red Pig, what do you like? Because you just been in here saying everything that you
I
don't
said I
like.
don't like Superman, nigga. What the fuck?
What do you? But what
I
do
just
you
picked.
like?
I just
though?
picked Invincible. I just picked Invincible over whatever the fuck you just over.
He like Iron Man.
Like,
He
what?
like Iron Man of Superman.
I like Iron
I like
Man.
Iron Man. Iron Man.
So my thing is with this.
Alright.
I think Invincible is a really, really great show, but that
You mad I don't like blood and guts, nigga? That's what you mad about, nigga?
that Justice
that's
League
what
show.
we-
was
like
so
Jurassic
special,
Park.
though.
Huh?
You
Not
do
really.
like
It don't
Jurassic
got
Park.
blood.
You
It
like
don't
something
got,
get
it don't
eat.
got blood and guts, and it's better than every fucking horror movie that you be talking about, nigga. Let's talk.
You act like you have this
Let's
high
talk about
intellect
it.
of movies,
Let's
and
talk
you do
about
not
it,
have a high
nigga. Your blood
intellect
and
at
gut.
all.
Most of your movies you like are ass. Ass. You like the new Halloween movies, nigga. We're not talking to you,
No, I
nigga.
don't. No, I
You're a
don't.
Halloween advocator, nigga.
No, I don't.
Go watch Halloween Ends, nigga.
Yeah, it's better you just not lie on the podcast.
Yeah, no.
Thank you.
It's telling the truth. It's
Thank
telling the
you.
truth,
Next,
nigga.
next.
It's telling the truth. It's telling the truth. If the movie don't
Thank
got
you.
blood, if the movie got blood and
Next.
guts, it don't have to be what it is. It don't care. We don't care what it is.
Yeah,
If it
you
got
just
blood and
woke
guts,
up.
you love it.
You still like half asleep right now.
Yeah, nigga, I'm sick and I'm
Yeah.
sick of your bullshit, nigga. All right?
Yeah, go take
All
some
right,
medicine.
nigga.
Then.
All right, nigga. Yeah, cause you making
that
me sick again with all
antibiotic
the
in-
bullshit you
up
talk
in-
about, nigga.
I got some cop shots, bro.
Fire.
E-Rock
was-
is
I
insane.
mean-
E-Rock, this how I feel about you, E-Rock. That's how I feel about you. That's how I feel about you, E-Rock.
You
And
just
your
scored.
movie takes. That's how I feel about you and your movie takes, nigga.
Come on,
said-
Luca.
he said you just
Bro,
scored.
you get all your movie takes from Reddit. What are you talking about?
Red Pig do be
Oh,
on
I
Reddit.
like
Stupid.
it.
You're,
I like,
Red Pig
I
do
like
be on
big
Reddid.
set pieces.
Look,
If it don't have a
Juan-
set piece, then you don't like it.
Juan gets
Fucking
deleted from
dumb
Reddit.
bitch.
No, I don't, bro.
It
I
does-
don't.
it
I
does
don't
okay.
use Reddit,
Yeah,
If it don't
nigga,
have
the
Tom
people-
Cruise
the
or a
people
set
who
piece,
report them
Red
leaks
Pig
that
hates
shit
it.
from
bro.
Reddit.
I
So
told
I mean,
you.
you go-
I
you go-
told
hey,
you who I
E-Rock,
get my links
E-Rock,
from. I linked it all the time.
One time, right or
E-Rock,
wrong, if it don't
E-Rock-
have a set piece, Red Pig hates it.
That's a
Right or
fact.
wrong?
That's a fact.
That's not true. That's not true.
No, it
If
is
it don't
true.
have Tom Cruise or a set piece, oh, this movie's boring.
You know
not
why he
true.
like
If
Killers
it-
of the
if it
Flower
don't
Moon?
have-
Because he got a set piece in it.
Nigga,
man.
please. Nigga, please. Hey, Oppenheimer had a big set piece in it, and I say the movie was boring as hell.
Yeah, because you stupid. You slow.
No,
sorry, I shouldn't have said
what?
No, you
Right,
shouldn't
I'm not
say
your
it again.
metabolism,
Say it
nigga.
again.
Calm it down.
Say it again.
Yeah, nigga,
Oppenheimer
E-Rock
was too
ain't got blood and
scientific for
guts.
you. It didn't have
Nigga,
enough.
if
It didn't have enough
SpongeBob-
people
if
getting
SpongeBob
shot.
had blood and guts, E-Rock would love
If
it, nigga.
SpongeBob had a set piece and animated good, he would. Oh my god,
I
it's
love
so
SpongeBob.
gorgeous.
I
It's
love
gorgeous.
SpongeBob.
Look
Yeah,
at the graphics.
yeah, nigga.
SpongeBob
If
can't
Ratchet
be
and Clank,
fucked
if Ratchet and Clank had blood and
Yeah,
guts,
alright,
nigga, it'd have
shut
been a
up,
game of
shut
the
up.
generation for him, nigga. I'm telling you, nigga, if you could rip ears off and shit, E-Rock would love it, nigga. You could throw a wrench at a nigga and they brains, come out. E-Rock would love it.
You know.
Well, that's all the movie topics I had this week, y'all. We actually right on time, about to be 2 hours, so good show. Let me think. Let's see. We seen the Marvels next week,
Oh,
so we got to do our review.
Late Saint, I need you to come on for the next episode
I'll
for
be
the Marvels if you
I'll be
can.
watching Digimon.
Digimon, you saying that Digimon next week? All right, have fun,
I'll
brother.
Ain't nobody watching that.
I think Hunger Games come out the week after Marvels.
I think come on next week. Come on next week.
Let me check real quick. Might as well. Let me check.
Hey, y'all see me in 2 weeks once that Thanksgiving comes out. More blood and gore, baby.
Yeah, unfortunately, we will have
I
to have
told y'all,
E-Rock to
hey,
give his
hey,
review
you just-
because I might skip that movie. I ain't gonna lie.
I told y'all, E-Rock.
Nah, you
is
better
proving us
skip
right.
it. You can't watch it. Not after you've been shitting on it.
What I
You're
like,
not
I
allowed.
like Bloods and Guts
No,
sometimes.
No. You're banned. You're banned from every theater.
Here we go. Yes, the 17th. So it comes out the week after Marvels, Hunger Games, by the way. So yeah, we'll be seeing that. Giving our reviews. But yeah, that's it, man. For anybody that's watching, just so y'all know, Alex couldn't make it. He had a wedding to attend, so
Yeah.
Alex will be back next week. E-Rock will be back on for the Thanksgiving review.
Hey man, I was under the weather.
Delay Saint, you welcome back anytime, brother.
Yes,
And
sir.
For sure.
I want to
Hey,
reiterate.
hey. One time, tell him who I did was to bring him on, baby. Yeah,
Oh yeah, it was
yeah.
mine. It was mine.
That was Alex, right?
It was
Alex.
what? No.
It was Alex.
I
Oh
told
yeah, I
Valentine
meant to
multiple
ask you,
times.
Delay Saint, bro.
That's-
I heard you gave Alex the beat some Mortal Kombat. Is this true?
Oh,
I mean, I kind of whooped him a little bit, but I mean,
Yes.
still,
yes, sir. Hey,
Look,
that's
he being
common.
nice
That's
about
common
it.
in the
He
Discord.
being nice about it. I like that. I
Don't
like
worry
that.
about it. That's pretty common in the Discord.
Yeah,
When you
Alex
give
is
last
not good
games.
at he's not,
Hey man,
Yeah.
he tried. At least he tried, man. But
Hey,
yeah,
hey, Delay saying, I've been an advocate for you. I was like, hey, one time, get him on.
well, you know,
Yeah,
I
take
love
that.
bringing on guests. Y'all told me y'all got sick of the
Man,
guests.
you
That's
dick
why I
riding,
stopped
nigga.
looking.
No. I say
Dick
one
riding.
guest, nigga. You like getting people. Nah, I ain't gonna say, but you
Yeah,
like
you be
getting.
getting G on the Don. You be
Don't
Hold
do
getting
on,
that.
hold
y'all
on.
scared.
We
yeah,
love
be
we
doing
love
that.
John
Oh,
John.
Don't do
yeah.
that.
John is a
We
better
love
guest
gang
than E. Yeah.
Facts.
I agree.
Facts.
I agree.
I love
Hey,
it.
get them on
I
again
love
then.
it.
All right, I will.
Never mind. Y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much.
You right?
But
Shit,
yeah,
I appreciate it though.
yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna do outros. I want you to go ahead first, Saint. And just tell the people again where they can find your content.
Oh yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Delayed Saint and YouTube Delayed Production.
Okay, bet.
Mhm.
And E-Rock, go ahead with your outro, man.
Yeah, man. It's your blood and gore advocate.
Pew, 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 pew,
The
pew,
Rock
pew,
in the
pew,
building.
pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, man. We out here, man.
All right. Taarec, what you got to say, man?
Good podcast. I hope the MCU gets better.
Keep it short.
And fuck you, Jack, if you listening.
Facts.
Facts.
Extra on that.
That
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 hater. That
Facts.
Spider-Man 2 hater. We don't like that.
All right, Mr. Set Piece. Go ahead. Low brain.
I was a little under the weather the past couple of days. I took a couple pills, fell asleep, forgot the podcast was on. Woke up, I seen y'all was doing it for like damn near an hour. I said, oh man, coming in,
And decided to
see
come
what
on
the
and
fuck
say
E-Rock.
nothing. Okay.
I see. I was like,
You
E-Rock.
just came on to be retarded. Okay.
I was like, E-Rock is on this fucking episode. I know it's some bullshit. It's probably a terrible episode. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I wanted to save y'all.
Yeah, you just made it better. Thank you.
I did.
Thank you,
I
Repe.
did. The short time I was on here.
Such well
The short time I was on here, I know I did talk about blood
Yeah,
and
they
gut.
loved it.
Oh, hey Taarec, why do you like this? It was no blood in this. Oh my god. I didn't see no brains. Oh my god. Like, yeah, I
This
already
is
know
really
he
the
was down,
argument
dog.
before. I was at work earlier today, so I didn't even catch everything. What the is that really like? Y'all really arguing about that shit?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Nah,
E-Rock?
we pretty much
E-Rock
did the
is
same thing.
The blood and guts.
E-Rock is not very smart. He's just,
And you are.
unga bunga, He
How
like
many
he
times
like
are you
BG.
gonna say
He
like?
like he's the
How many
Mexican
times are you
BG.
gonna say like in your outro?
He's the Mexican BG with the big back. Okay. That's
Like,
all I gotta say.
like,
He's in like Ice
Mexican
Spice.
Unga bunga?
BG with the big back.
like.
What the fuck?
So
All right, go ahead one
I
time.
don't think it's hitting
People don't need to lose
the way you
brain
wanted
cells
to.
right now.
Yeah, that's
No,
it for
they
us,
losing
man.
brain cells watching
Shout out
this.
to everybody in the chat watching. Anybody listening to this, the next couple of days, we appreciate y'all
E-Rock,
listening.
your movie and game takes are both
Hey,
ass, nigga. I
Dwayne,
want
if
you
you
to
Like-
listening, you have a bet to pay in Weapon Wheel.
Dwayne, if you're listening,
you ain't forget.
you're not safe in Weaponwood. They're looking for you, but you are safe in home base.
you don't put this
And
money
he is
out.
not safe home base. His ass will get booted.
Why not? Why?
You talking about Dwayne? I been kicked Dwayne out.
Yeah, Dwayne gonna get booted.
Well, Dwayne, you are
I've
welcome
been
in
getting
Movie
little fat ass
Guys.
out.
You are welcome in Movie Guys.
Yeah,
I
you're
think he's
welcome
still-
in movie guys. We welcome.
think he's
you.
still in there. Yeah, oh, he might have left.
We got Larry in home base, but not Dwayne. Nah, damn.
No, Larry got
Larry's
kicked
not at
too.
home base.
Bro, Dwayne don't even talk.
Man.
Let the fat ass be in the shadows.
Yeah, let me go ahead and the stream. Y'all's getting late. Shout out to everybody. We will be back after we see the Marvels for our Marvels
The
review.
Marvels.
We appreciate y'all.
Hey, one time. Before you go,
What's
are you
up?
gonna try that chili dog?
Like-
Go see the Marvels?
I'm not trying no chili dog from AMC theaters. No, sir.
You motherfucker.
What? Hey, you should try it. You gotta
I'm
try
not.
at least once.
You said it was
but you
mid.
should
Why would
try
I? You said it was
it.
mid.
It is mid. I
What
would
the
be getting
fuck?
it again, but I think you should try it. I
You
want
saw,
you to
bro.
have
You
an
said you
opinion
saw
on it.
him squeeze the chili out of a tube. I'm not eating that.
Yeah, he did. It was like a little. No, it kind of pissed me. He squeezed out a little pack and put it in the little heater thing. I was like, oh hell nah.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not getting this.
Yeah,
again.
we good. I'll get a regular hot dog.
I
or
spent
something.
$8 on that shit. I was gonna eat it, nigga.
Hey, them AMC hot dogs. If you don't know, hey, they fire.
Hey, Hey, Delayed
Beef
Saint,
Frank,
Taarec,
100% beef.
E-Rock, your back big, so I know you know they good. So, hey, Taarec and Delayed Saint, y'all need to go try those.
No, I already be knowing, bro.
Hey, he a movie
Okay,
guy
cool.
for real. He know.
Okay.
Appreciate y'all. We
Yes,
out.
sir. Peace.
We would take.